day. I decided to shoot outside today. I'm try to keep my voice down. It's still really early. I don't know if my neighbors are out and about yet. I really can tell some of them already went to work. I don't know which ones is just, I live in a community. There's a lot of retired people. With that being said, we got a lot to talk about today. I just want to be clear about this. We might actually go on a walk also, or at some point we might go back in the crib. But we have a lot to talk about today. I just want to be clear about that. First thing I want to tell y'all we're going to be talking about at some point is the YNW Melly matter. They have decided to decided to try him again, as we all knew which was going to happen. That is not why this look like this might be. We're going to do roll call at the 5-minute mark. Everybody get your comments in. Also stay after we do, we're going to, at the 5-minute mark is when we're going to finish my monologue. So basically I'm BSing until about the 5-minute mark. All right, so there's a couple of things that I want to say real quick. I want to make sure everybody is attuned that we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about YNW Melly, the fact that they're going to be retrying. We already knew that was going to happen. We're also going to be discussing, and this is what I actually want to lead off with. I want to talk about the situation for everybody that know. Our hearts is going out to Bronny James. We all want to make sure that we all want him to be doing well. So I want to speak on that for a moment, and I want to know what you guys think happened, because there's a lot of rumors out there. There's a lot of accusations, but I got a couple of things to say about that. And before we get to any of that, I also want to say, if you are in the New York, New Jersey, Connecticut area, and you're going to be in the area August 1st, I need for y'all to come out to Brooklyn. I need for y'all to come out to Coney Island. I need for y'all to come show y'all support for the BBN Network. We're going to be in Seagate. We're going to be doing an event here, basically, in conjunction with the Seagate Police Department, who is doing it in conjunction, I believe, with the NYPD. So we're going to be doing a little thing here. I would love for you guys to come pull up. Please show your BBN support. I'm pretty sure there's going to be food and everything else. If you are a vendor, hit me today. If you are a vendor, hit me today. I'm going to say this again. If you are a vendor, hit me today. I can get you a table here so you can be able to sell whatever your goods is. I believe as long as you have a license, you can sell food. You have to have a food serving license. If you have any other things that you are vending, that you're selling, get in contact with me. The event is August 1st. If you would like to pull up and have your products here for selling, let me know. We'll talk to the people over here and we can see how we can make that happen. Now, with that being said, there's going to be a basketball event. There's going to be a couple of things that's going to be going on. There's going to be a lot of people here. We recently had some senators here. There might be some senators that's going to pull up. Also, how the hell do I know? I don't really know who's going to pull up. I try to talk to the officer today and see if he could fill me in on any of the other activities that's going to be there. But before we get to the show, we're doing roll call at the 5-minute mark. I want to say one thing. They're going to have basketball. So apparently the police is going to play basketball against the residents or the people who live in the community or whatever the case is. We're going to be filming that. We're going to be hopefully going live with that, and y'all going to be able to see that. But I want to say something real quick. So shout out to, there's a few people in this community who are considered to be, if they're not already good basketball players, they have the potential to be good basketball players. So I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about some other guys. I don't want to say nobody's name. I'm not trying to talk shit. I just want to explain to y'all the importance of having responsible adults around your children. It even goes down to the level of a sport. Children learn through sports. Children learn through TV. Children learn through everything. So it's important for them to learn certain things. And one of the main things that sports teach is to share. That's one of the main things that sports teaches. That we will succeed together and go further together than we can by ourselves on our own. We're taught to share. Now, with that being said, please stop if you're one of those guys that y'all teach all of these terrible habits to these children, like don't pass through. I played in a game the other day. We're almost at the 5-minute mark. I'm gonna finish this up. But I played in a game the other day. I just want to say this, and I counted over 15 times that my team inbounded the ball to one guy who then ran up the court and just threw up a bad shot. And then I look at the sidelines and I see all the children watching this behavior. This is where it starts at, fam. This is where it starts. Children just seeing us conduct ourselves, not even going outside of what the normal landscape of behavior is, but children just seeing us being civil to one another. Children just seeing us be, I don't want to say unselfish, but being selfless. That's where it starts, man. Sometimes the problem isn't the home, because the child is in the home with the parent how often? We live in a day and age where your children are always at school or you are always at work. Who are your kids hanging out with? Who are the people that your kids are around? What kind of behavior do your children see that they are going to now emulate? So when I see these basketball players who these children might look up to, and I see that they have all of these selfish characteristics, what do you think the children that's watching them is going to do? What do you think the children that look up to them is going to do? So do me a favor. I really would like to bring basketball to this platform, but I haven't. At Kaiser Park, I was playing on a court the other day that had players that was moving the rock. I might go film at Kaiser. But with them dudes over here at Seagate, the only ones that I would actually put on our platform and film, they don't really come play basketball that much no more. The selfish niggas that don't like passing the ball, those are the only dudes that show up. And that's why I have not been showing y'all any basketball as of late. Because the only people that show up majority of the time is the selfish dudes. The people that pass and move the ball so y'all we can see real basketball, they don't show up until at night when I'm not at the park no more, when I'm already headed home. So with that being said, let's do roll call and get to the show. I just want to explain to y'all why we don't have no basketball. I really wanted to bring basketball to y'all this summer. But what sense does it make for me to go film basketball? It's a 4-man team and it's 2 guys and they only passing the ball to one another. And then when they finally do pass it to the third guy, he's just going to shoot. He's never going to pass. I don't want to have that. I don't respect that, fam. I don't respect them niggas' games. I'm just going to be honest with you. I just don't respect their game. I don't think they nice. Anyway, not all of them. I'm specifically talking about 2 people, to be honest. Unbothered. Let's do roll call. Shout out to Unbothered. He says, Frost, Unbothered. Hope everything is going well with you and yours. Shout out to Rube. Don't nobody see these dots Jones. We also have Florida State Bullies in here dropping those frauds. Shout out to that. Shout out to Shake Loose. He says, salute, fraud, BBN, salute. Hope everything is going well with you and yours. Shout out to Rube. Don't nobody see them dots Jones says, I think either Bronny drank an energy drink with too much caffeine in it or might have a heart problem. We're going to discuss that. Y'all want to talk about Bronny first or y'all want to talk about YNW Melly first? Put it in the chat. Shout out to Kingsley. Says, good morning, Jack. And he's dropping all of those rules. Who y'all want to talk about first? YNW Melly or who y'all want to talk about first? YNW Melly or Bronny? Put it in the chat. Y'all choose. We got a Bronny first. We got a YNW Melly second. Is there any other people that got making a decision? Anybody else that want to weigh in? Anybody else that want to weigh in? How am I going to talk about both of them at the same time, fam? Anybody else that want to weigh in? I'm trying to keep my voice down until we get a little bit later. I got my coffee right here, friend. Anybody want to buy me a cup of coffee? We walk to the store. You want to buy me some Dunkin' Donuts? We'll walk to the store. You want to buy me anything? We going to walk to the store. Let's go with Bronny. I see 2 Bronnies. I only see 1 YNW Melly. Let's go with Bronny first. The first thing I'm going to say is y'all know who Sharif O'Neal is? Anybody here know who Sharif O'Neal is? I just don't like playing basketball with those dudes. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just don't like playing. I don't dislike them as people. The dudes I was telling you about. I don't dislike them as a person. I don't really know them. I do not like playing basketball with them on my team. Shout out to Shake Loose. He got it right. He said Shaq's son. Now check this out. Didn't Shaq's son also have a cardiac arrest, or am I incorrect? Did Shaq's son also have a cardiac arrest, or am I incorrect? Let's slow walk this a little because it's early. I know everybody still just woke up. I've been up since like 4:30. I went to sleep accidentally early yesterday. Did Shaq's son also have a cardiac arrest, or am I wrong? What up, D-Block? Morning. All right. You said they got those schoolboys and them Adderalls messing up their hearts. Might be, I don't know. I'm not even going to go that far. So Shaq's son had the same thing that Bronny's son just had. Do you know how long it took Shaq's son to recover? Anybody know how long it took Shaq's son to recover? Somebody put the Cash App in the chat, please. Does anybody know how long it took Shaq's son to recover from the cardiac arrest? If y'all buying breakfast or anything, I'm headed to the store. Other than that, we right here. But if y'all want to go for a walk, we could go for a walk. I see nobody has the right answer. He still hasn't fully recovered. Do y'all remember how good Sharif O'Neal used to be? Oh, shout out to John B. He said he dropped $5 for coffee. All right, so we're going to go get some coffee, but we're going to get some coffee a little bit later. Anybody else throwing something on top of that? We could go get some other shit instead. What y'all doing? Pull up. Joe Mers, pull up. Everybody, pull up. Hey, if you fuck with Jack Frost and the BBN, pull up today. Do that. If you fuck with Jack Frost and the BBN Network, pull up today. We're going to do things today. Pull up today. 5, 10, don't matter. Just pull up today. Show some love. All right, so he still hasn't fully recovered. Do y'all remember how good Sharif O'Neal used to be? Sharif O'Neal was beasting. He still has not recovered. Do you know what a cardiac arrest is? I believe it's a heart attack. Right? I believe a cardiac arrest is a heart attack. Right? I'm asking. I could be wrong. We got anybody in here that could confirm that? What up, your New York legend? New York urban legend? I believe a cardiac arrest is a heart attack. So I need for somebody to explain me how somebody younger than 21 years old is having heart attacks. I need for somebody to explain that to me. But that's neither here nor there. Hold on. Let's do something else first. Before we get into this, let's do something else first. Pay attention. Did y'all see what was going on with the Dwight Howard and his son? Watch the thing I'm about to tell y'all. How to protect the kids. You gotta protect the children. And sometimes you gotta protect the children from this, what I'm about to talk about in a second. Do y'all see how Dwight Howard was doing his son? Now I want y'all to understand something. None of these niggas want to be Michael Jordan. Let me reiterate that. None of these niggas want to have Michael Jordan's lineage. They don't want to leave the type of family legacy that Michael Jordan left, where he was the greatest player and his kids couldn't even make it into the NBA. Ewing had a son that couldn't make it to the NBA. All of these NBA players have all of these kids that couldn't make it into the NBA because when they were in the NBA, they wasn't spending time with their kids. Pay attention. You see how Dwight was pushing his son? What do you think these other NBA players is doing behind closed doors? The only one of them that I think is learning at a good volume is probably Carmelo Anthony's son. And LeBron James' youngest son. Other than that, most of these kids is learning at they're trying to train these kids like these kids is already adults and their bodies can't take it. That's one. Two, does it LeBron James spend like $1 million on his body every year to make sure that he's capable to play? So that means that what is he spending on his kid? He's probably spending the same money on his kid, right? Why is his kid having a cardiac arrest? Now, I keep hearing people saying that these people are offering their kids up this way. These people are offering up their kids that way. You might even have somebody say something foolish like, this is not me saying that this is a real thing. This is just me saying something. You might even have people saying something foolish like, that was LeBron's first son. That was Gilly's first son. It all happened around the same time. This is how weirdo thinking happened. What I think happened to LeBron James is just this simple. He has to live up to the legacy of what he probably believes to be the best player ever to play in the NBA. He's probably trying to figure out how he's going to break his father's records, which he's not going to be able to do because he's going to college. And the only reason why his father had a jump start is because he did not go to college. He went straight to the NBA. So he has a whole extra year of development and numbers. So I want to be clear about this. Put it in the chat. This is a question. Put it in the chat. We'll talk about that. Give me 1 second. This is a question. Put it in the chat. Who here, if you think that Bronny James is going to recover, drop a frost. If you do not think that Bronny James is going to recover to be at least close to the player that he could have been, I want you to drop something red, a stop sign, anything red. Sharif O'Neal still hasn't recovered. And don't forget about this part. Bronny James starts USC this year. So he starts USC. Look at the dub. Shout out to Homer. He starts UFC this year. Bronny James starts UFC this year, right? And next year he's gonna potentially be in the NBA. But now he just had a cardiac arrest. But now he just had a cardiac arrest. How potentially possible do you think any of that is going to happen? Who thinks he's going to be able to play this year? If you think Bronny James is going to be able to play this year, put a basketball up. Dude, Sharif O'Neal has still not recovered. Do you understand this? Sharif O'Neal was beasted. I want y'all to go look at highlights of when Sharif O'Neal first pulled up. He was beasting. I think he was like #1 in the nation, or gonna be #1 in the country, or was #1 in the country, or gonna be #1 in the country. He was beasting, fam. Sharif O'Neal was unguardable. What up, Brooklyn? Brooklyn, if you got any shirts or anything like that made up, if we can't get nothing happening by August 1st, I want you to pull up. I'll let you sell from my table. Copy? You listening? I'm going to have a table out there selling stuff. Or I'm going to have a table I can sell stuff from. If you pull up, I'll let you sell from my table. Copy? So I'm telling you now, it's August 1st. Just make sure that you got some nice stuff. If you want to put any BBN words on there, you could do that. I don't care. Just please, nothing provocative, stuff that children could see. Nothing disrespectful. Brooklyn Rose says, definitely think anyone that has had cardiac arrest shouldn't play sports. I never want to see anyone die on the court like Hank Gathers. Thank you for bringing that up. D Block says, you're never the same after a situation like that. At Work says, their friends could have both been doing the same thing. Shaq didn't want his son in the NBA. Sharif in the G League, supposedly not as good. No one want to take the chance. Just imagine Bronny. Somebody said he might never be cleared again. He might never get cleared again, man. It's a cardiac arrest. He had a heart attack, man. He had a heart attack, fam. He had a heart attack, fam. I'm going to say this much. And I need, and this is not me being a dick. But to me, all Bronny James had athleticism, strength, and power, which is great. But he's 6'3", and he doesn't have a real crossover that's a staple. I didn't see him throw anybody in the post and get work. I've seen him hit the open jump shot, which is great. I've seen him play good defense, which is great. I've seen him finish at the basket, which is great. But nowadays in the NBA, you got to know how to dance and all that other shit if you a 6-something guard. Tell me where the lie's at. If you're not at least 6'4", 6'5", you got to know how to dance and everything else. Tell me where the lie's at, fam. I be at the park. Niggas don't even know how to dance, fam. Like, if you show up at the park nowadays and you know how to dance, niggas think you doing something extra. When I was growing up, everybody knew how to dance damn near. Look at homie in football. I don't think he's planning to play ever again. Which dude in football? Put me on the game. Bronny don't even dance, fam. He is 6'3" guard that don't dance. Tell me what a lie. I just was never really impressed. I know dudes as good as he is. I know dudes that would be as good as he is if they was in shape. The only thing that I probably give him is I'm pretty sure he has a high basketball IQ. I don't like what his father did when he put him on those teams and didn't let him be the star because he had to be humble. I like what the Ball father did. When his son was on the team, we gonna go get him. We making a monster over here. We not making somebody that want to just fit in. You Bronny James, why are you just fitting in, fam? That don't even make sense. Stop letting people tell you to be more humble. I'm going to explain this. When you're a person who is actually not humble, don't nobody tell you to be more humble, fam. When you are actually humble, that's usually when people try to tell you to be more humble. Niggas don't tell niggas that don't have no humbleness in them to be more humble. They tell people who are already humble to be more humble. Because they want to take away from who you are. You understand what I'm saying? They don't want you to be more powerful than them. So they want you to willingly give away your strength. You understand? They don't tell actual people who need to be humble to be more humble. They scared of them niggas. So whenever I hear somebody tell somebody else to be more humble, the first thing I think is, you know what? They scared of you, fam. They want you to help them have the advantage over you. They scared of you, fam. He said, Bronny, you said bring, but you meant what an artwork. Bronny plays like his father. No, LeBron can't dance either. And Kobe dissed him one time because of that. He said he don't have no moves. He don't have no moves. LeBron don't have any moves, fam. This is not a move, fam. That's not a move, fam. That's not a move. What do y'all think caused the heart attack? Put it in the chat. Using emojis. Using emojis. Emojis. What do y'all think caused the heart attack? We got 47 people in the chat. Hit that like button. If you are enjoying the show, or if you just want to show, be a supporter, and I could really use some of y'all pulling up today, you pull up to the Cash App, the PayPal, and or the Super Chat. I could really use some support today. If we get some good support today, we're going to go outside and do something. If we get some real good support today, we're going to be in Manhattan. What do y'all think caused the heart attack? Put it in the chat. Use emojis. They got this one short kid that plays basketball over here, and he's actually really good. And so I see the niggas that he had to come up under, like, and there's good basketball players around here. Don't get it confused. There's really good basketball. They got this one dude, I think he's like a DJ also. He's like a high school kid. He's about to go to college. He's like a DJ. Like, this dude is talented. Like, and he has a fucking ceiling through the roof. They got another kid over here, short dude, about this tall. He could play. And then I see the dudes they got to play with. And I'm like, y'all niggas not going to go nowhere, fam. You got to stop playing with these dudes. Shout out to D-Block with the $5 drop. He said, no comment. Clint Eastwood eyes. I'm going to say something. A lot of y'all dudes that be in the park and y'all think y'all nice, y'all don't know what nice is. So I get it. You think you nice. I don't want to disrespect you by telling you not. But y'all teaching terrible habits to the kids that come after y'all. And the kids that come after y'all now can't do nothing with their freaking terrible habits that they learn from you. Y'all teaching these kids terrible habits at young ages. By the time they get to a coach that got to try to break them out of those habits, they're going to have the habit for like 5-6 years. Depending on when they get a coach. Y'all teaching them terrible habits because y'all selfish. They like just selfish, man. You said that's how you think he got it, by working out? Rule says, I think Rule was saying he got it by working out. Shout out to Artie D. Glass putting the Cash App in the chat. Gotta have swag and finesse. Hold on, let me tell y'all what happened at the park the other day. So I'm on the team with them dudes that always freeze me out. The only reason why I played is because they needed a next person. That's really the only reason. I do not like playing with these guys, ever. I do not like playing with them. And then when they play against me, they play balls out at the hardest that they could possibly play. But when they're on my team, it's like they just bullshitting. They not even. I just really don't like playing with these guys. Anyway, so they've been freezing me out like crazy, right? So they was freezing. Let me tell you what happened real quick. So they was freezing me out like crazy. So I finally get the ball on 2 back-to-back plays. Both back-to-back plays, I'm doing 2 different plays, and on both plays, the crowd oohed and awed. They even was like, yo. You know the motherfuckers didn't pass me the ball again? As soon as they see me do a good play, they don't pass me the ball no more. I hate playing with these niggas. Yeah, I hate playing with them dudes. That's why I'm not filming basketball. Because every time I go to the park and they at the park, I really have a bad experience. So that's why I don't film basketball. Because why am I going to go film me playing basketball and getting pissed? Why would y'all want to watch me go film basketball and I'm playing basketball with some niggas that won't pass me the ball and they not as good as me? Does that make any sense? So I'm just going to let y'all watch me lose over and over and over again because my teammates refuse to pass me the ball and they're not good enough to win the game. Does that make any sense? That don't make any sense, man. Morning.
Good morning.
Right. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, man. That doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna go. That's don't make any sense, right? It don't make no sense. So that's why we're not getting basketball film. I need to find a gym to play in. Once I find a gym, if y'all want to support the gym movement, we can just go get a gym membership. If y'all want to support, because that's about the only way we're going to be able to do this. We're not going to be able to find a park to go play basketball in. We need to find some people to go play basketball with. So that's what we need to try to do. Whether it's get a gym membership, people, or we got to go find some people to play basketball with. And then try to bring them to our park. That's about the best way we're going to do it. Because these dudes, I hate playing with these niggas. I'm not capping. Dude, let's get back to the Bronny James conversation. They had some young dude, young kid, Puerto Rican kid, I think. I don't know what he is. Fair skin. They passed him the ball, I think, 3 or 4 straight times just for him to go down the court, chuck up 2 threes, and then go to the basket another time all by himself and try to shoot over the top of 3 guys. They just kept passing. That nigga was like 3 for 20, 3 for 30, fam. And they just kept passing him the ball. I shot like 5 for 6. I think I missed 1 basket, fam. And I shot 6 shots. I probably touched the ball 7 times. This nigga shot like 30 or 40 times, man. First of all, game's only 21. How is we shouldn't even have 40 shots. Game's only 21. I don't know. Anyway. D Block, where you from? Where you from, D Block? I need some New York players. We already got one dude. I'm pretty sure Darkwing is down. I need to get some New York players that could really hoop. Oh, you had it at the Orchard Beach? If I was in the Bronx, I'd pull up. I used to bowl out there at that park in Orchard Beach. You know the one with the short rims? I used to bowl over there. The one on the outside with the short rims. I used to bowl over there. I used to be dunking it on niggas and everything. Also almost got into a fight with a biker gang, but that's a whole nother story. I live interesting life. Let's get back to Bronny James and that conversation real quick. I'm in Coney Island, fam. If you want to come out here to Coney Island, the August 1st, D Block, I want you and your people to pull up to Coney Island August 1st out here to Seagate. I want you and your people. Come pull up. Bring all of y'all basketball ass niggas. Come pull up. Everybody come pull up. Yeah, we got a link just in general. Hit me in my DMs. But come pull up August 1st, Seagate. Yeah, I need some real ballers, fam. I'm stuck playing with these niggas that if you be playing and they have 2 guys that only pass it to each other, and neither one of them are really good. I'm tired of this shit. I don't even want to play basketball, fam. That's why I play basketball with the kids. Because it don't make sense to play basketball with those guys. It don't make sense. That's why I play basketball with the kids. I got to make good players. So at least in about 10 years, if I'm still living here, I could get a good game in. So I got to make the good players. Because there ain't none here. It's like very few. My dudes that I hope out with, the Hebrew guys, I think the Jewish guys, they gone. I don't know where they at. I ain't seen them in forever, so I can't get no games in, fam. Let's get back to Bronny James. Shout out to D Block. He says, Jack, come to Orchard Beach. I'm gonna be there around I'm be there at around 11. Fam, I would need to leave right now, and I need to leave right now to get there around 11. I'm not gonna be able to make it, fam. Every Wednesday, let's try to work out a Wednesday. We'll try to work out a Wednesday. Shout out to Sebastian Telfair. I be pulling up on dude. He want to work with us over here, not for nothing. He's open to working with us over here. He's open to it. But I don't think I'm in a position right now to go fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? So he probably just think I'm like capping or some shit. But I don't think I'm in a position right now to be able to fuck with him. I don't think I'm in a position to be able to pull up on him and be able to bring anything else, like bring some of the things that I need to bring. Right, let's get back to the conversation. Tori Mosley said USC made its students take the jab. I am not going to stop saying this. I need for people to understand this. I know that there's people that they live and breathe off the jab. I'm not here to insult you. I know that there's people that believe everybody needs to take the jab. I'm not here to attack you. I just want to say something real quick. You think who's locked up? Sebastian Telfair? He's not locked up, nigga. Since when? I just saw him the other day. I'm not getting into this. So I just saw him the other day. I don't care about what charges you're talking about, fam. I just saw him. I just literally was standing there talking to the man the other day in front of his shop. What are you talking about? You niggas fam. I mean, fuck it. Whatever you saying is real. The shit that I'm saying ain't. I mean, whatever. Anyway. I'm not trying to attack the people that took the jab. I just want to be clear on this. This is not an attack on them. This is not an attack on the people that think that everybody needs to have the jab. I'm not attacking nobody. But the people who actually made the jab, the actual scientists that are behind the jab, literally said that the jab was not even created to stop C-19. They had to go in front of some people in Europe and sit in front of some politicians in Europe and answer questions. The people who made the jab, they didn't only say that it doesn't help with C-19, which they just 100% said it doesn't do anything for that whatsoever. But they also said that's not even the reason why it was created. You know how many families don't talk to each other no more because of arguments over the jab? You know how many people didn't visit relatives for months at a time because of the jab? You know how many old folk was scared out of their freaking mind? Scared to go anywhere. Scared to do anything. Scared to see their own grandchildren. And now you're trying to tell me this thing. The people who made it is saying that that's not even what it's for. The traffic was good. The traffic was great. Yeah, the actual people who made the jab, none of them took it. None of them took it. So they made a thing to save humanity, but they said, you know what? I'm good. I never said that he wasn't in jail previously. I just said that he's not in jail now. And I know I was right because I just saw him. So I knew I was right. He's actually pretty cool. And one time I was walking down the block dribbling the basketball. He drove past me and said, "I'm gonna bust your ass." I said these Brooklyn niggas. I'm not even gonna say these Brooklyn niggas, because Brooklyn niggas and Coney Island niggas is different. Like Coney Island niggas is just different. I think it's because it's a peninsula. Coney Island niggas is just different. I'm not saying for the good. I'm not saying this for the bad. I'm just saying they just different, fam. It's like its own little town in Coney Island. It's like its own little town. It's different. For real, for real. I think it's because it's on a peninsula. It's different, though. Anyway, y'all want to get to the YNW Melly, or do y'all want to speak a little bit more about Bronny James? Also, who thinks Bronny James is going to be able to return and play anywhere near to where he was at before or reach his potential? Remember, this is a cardiac arrest. That basically means that he had a heart attack. Having a heart attack does a lot of things. One of the things a heart attack does is mess up the rhythm of your heartbeat, which is so important. Also, lots of kids are actually being admitted into the hospital for heart problems because they're saying that these children are smoking too much weed. So y'all haven't been hearing about that? I know I'm not the only one that heard about that. This is a problem in New York City specifically. What I'm saying is, in New York City, there's a lot of kids that are having problems. I think it's a New York City issue. They're being admitted into hospitals because they're smoking so much weed that they're having heart problems. The more you learn, the more you know. Pardon. The government, GMO weed, medical marijuana. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that's growing their own weed. It could be that it could just be you're smoking too much. You could just be smoking too much, not getting enough exercise. But yeah, it could be the weed. Who knows? GMOs are bad. GMOs are genetically modified organisms. So GMOs is bad just in general. So in general, shout out to Obama. He's the one that said that they could put GMOs in everything. You know, the dude y'all love. Also, Obama recently, one of his cooks, a chef of his, just apparently drowned. So that happened on his property. That happened. And apparently, I don't know how true this is, Michelle Obama's mother died and left everything to a Michael. Allegedly. I don't know if that was just some bullshit or if that's something that really happened. Could somebody look into that and see if that really happened and come back and tell us? Allegedly, Michelle Obama passed away. Michelle Obama's mother passed. I do not know how true this is. Allegedly, Michelle Obama's mother passed away and gave everything to a Michael. Also, we smoked different back in the day. Remember, a lot of us didn't really start smoking weed until, like, I didn't really start smoking weed till I was about 16, 17 years old. You know, there's kids out here nowadays smoking weed at 11. Their bodies is never going to grow into what they're supposed to be. They out here smoking weed at 11, 12, 13, 14 years old. Their bodies is never going to grow into what it's supposed to be. Just be mindful of that, man. It's sad. You know, this is not me saying anything to try to hold anything against nobody or be a dick, but you know, it's sad. You see some kid who probably has potential, but they were just probably hanging out with some douchebags that allow for them to get steered the wrong way. You know? Big Mike been voting as a man. All I'm saying is, allegedly, Michelle Obama's mother passed away and left everything she owns to a person named Michael. So, allegedly. I do not know how true it is, just so we could be clear. I just seen the shit somewhere. I thought it was funny. Do we want to get to the YNW Melly, or y'all want to stay on this a little while longer, or do y'all want to talk about both of them in conjunction? Put them in the chat. That's all I know. I usually steer clear of the conversation where everybody's calling Michelle Obama a man and shit like that, because I usually take that as they're trying to insult black women. You understand what I'm saying? So if a black woman has any type of stature, we try to, like, that's why I don't like what they're doing with Jess Hilarious right now, when they're trying to disrespect her by calling her a man. I'm not here for none of that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not here for none of that. Do I think she's particularly attractive? No. But just because I don't think she's attractive, that doesn't mean that I have to disrespect her by calling her a man. I don't see that as funny. I don't see that as funny. That's just me, though. Shout out to John B. He says, excuse my ignorance, but why was the... They never answered why the jab was created. That's a great question, by the way. They never answered it. And I don't know if they were even asked. I didn't see the whole entire debriefing, or whatever the hell you want to call it. I didn't see the whole thing, so there's not much I could really respond to or speak on. But from what I did see, what the hell? Why's the thing getting darker? Is this getting hot? No. What the fuck did the... What up, Moschino? It's top of the morning. Yeah, so no, they never answered the question. I don't know if the question was even asked. I don't know if they said then what it was created for. I don't even know if that was asked, man. I don't even know. But that's the way to send a questionable question. He sent a questionable question with a drop. Therefore, there's no way in the world I could really think that he's doing something weird. You understand what I'm saying? That's the way to send a questionable question. Shout out to John B. Maybe it was somebody that was there for her. I have no idea. But if she left everything to Michael, why didn't she leave anything to Michelle? Maybe they were arguing. What do I know? Yeah, we can link up. I told you, August 1st. Come out here August 1st. August 1st, bring your whole family, bring all of your friends, bring as many people as you could bring. August 1st, Seagate. Bring as many people as you could, not for fighting. Jokes. But August 1st, Seagate. Bring as many people as you could bring. We having a whole Frost Fest out here. If my computer was working, I would be making graphics for it. My computer's down, so I can't make graphics. But if my computer and everything was up, I'd be making graphics for it. It's going to be a whole Frost Fest. August 1st. Come out to Seagate. Coney Island. I was trying to pull up on the damn people to have them do a drop for me the other day, but they was busy, so they couldn't do it. Y'all ready to talk about YNW Melly case or no? We still on Bronny James. Put it in the chat. Or Michelle Obama. Y'all seem to be interested in talking about that today also. What time is it? Shit, it's not even 8 o'clock. Absolutely, D-Block. You already know. Also, hit that like button. Let's send out some notifications. Shit, it's early. I didn't know it was this early. We got 44 people in the room early. So she didn't leave any. Okay, so you said she has everything already. Maybe so. She's the president's wife, right? So you're trying to tell me that her mother didn't have any type of sentimental items to leave Michelle either? Nothing sentimental that money couldn't buy? Anyway, I'm not here for that. I don't really care about that. I'm not trying to. So I don't really care about that. In any regard. Let's talk about this YNW Melly case. Could we talk about YNW Melly? Put it in the chat. Rule Jones, don't nobody see them dots. Jones says, allegedly the prosecutor already called the news, says that they're going to retry Melly case. I don't think he's getting bond because it's a double homicide in the state. She got a hard on for Melly. I think there's a great argument for not getting a bond also, just so we could be clear. Maybe the reason why they announced it so soon is to make sure that they could lean the judge in the direction of no bond. The judge could do what the judge wants to do. Melly's been locked up for a really, really long time. His defense attorneys is most likely going to say, yo, look, they don't have a case against my client. They have a case, but it's not against my client. Get it? They have a case. We actually believe that they have a really, really strong case, but they do not have a case against my client. They just refuse to prosecute the person they actually have a case against. And if they say, well, who do you think? Well, we're not trying to help the prosecution in any manner because we have a trial that's coming up and we don't want to let them know what we might be doing in order to defend our client. But they have a strong case, but they just refuse to look at it in the parameters in which it was presented, and they deciding that they want to look it through the kaleidoscope of YNW Melly so they can make sure that they blame my client for the acts and deeds of a different individual who they know who it is. And that's how I tell it right to the jury, to the judge. Even if I don't know if they know who it is, like we could say whatever, fam. But if I was the prosecution, if I was the defense, when we're going in there to try to get that bail, I'm going to say they have a strong case. It's just not against my client. So they're going to come in front of you and they're going to tell you all of this evidence with like what they told the previous jury. And it's a strong case. And if they were prosecuting the right, if they were prosecuting the correct individual, they would have got a conviction. They're just spending all of the state's time and all of the state's money on my client. My client's been locked up for X amount of years. We're just trying to get him home to his friends and family. He's more than happy to continue to fight this case. We're not running away from this case. We do not believe that the prosecution has a leg to stand on. We know that the prosecution does not have a leg to stand on because we know that they have a great case in front of them. They're just prosecuting the wrong individual. Shout out to Mr. Jackson. He says, Frost, is there no jury that's going to find him guilty or innocent? I think the big issue is this, and this is what we have to pay attention to. The state isn't just asking for conviction. The state is asking for the death penalty. So let's say you're an individual and you might say that the person is guilty. You might need an extra level of certainty before you could say, you know what? I feel like making this a guilty vote, knowing that this individual might be put to death. Because it's gonna suck if we put this man to death and 10 years from now we find out it was somebody else. He's gonna be gone. Well, 20 years from now, however long it takes for that to go through. He's gonna be gone, and there's gonna be no way in order to fix that problem. I personally think if death penalty was not on the table, he might have been found guilty. And with that being said, shout out to everybody that was on the jury, no matter how independent of how you voted. Shout out to everybody that was on the jury. Because at the end of the day, if you do not believe 100% that a person is guilty, you are supposed to say not guilty. Period. I have no idea if there's a. If, I don't. I once again, they can't put him at the scene and they don't have the weapon. So I don't even know the possibility of anyone finding him guilty and or innocent. They can't put him at the scene and they can't find the weapon, fam. Be honest with you, that I don't think they can convict anyone except for Bortland because he was there, but they could only convict him as an accomplice. They can't even convict him as the person who did it. There will be another jury if it's another hung jury. This is I do not know if the jury is going to be hung or not. I do not know if there's going to be a guilty verdict. I do not know if there's going to be a not guilty verdict. Um, I'm not even looking at the case at that angle. I'm still trying to make sure that I keep myself in the analytic aspect of things, where I'm analyzing what's happening and I'm processing what's going on, so I could give the best content to you guys. Once I start deciding on whether I think a person is guilty or whether I think a person is innocent, then I'm associating a bias. And once I start associating a bias, then I'm going to look at things askew. I don't want to do that. I have no idea. Be honest with you. I know that the state has backed themselves into a corner because they have thrown all of their eggs in this basket. Right now, they can't even accuse somebody else of doing it. They went too hard for YNW Melly. Unless they get somebody to come out and confess, unless they get somebody to say that person did it, unless they get some evidence other than evidence that they currently have that's pointing at a different individual, they're not going to even be able to accuse anybody else of doing this other than YNW Melly. They put too much of their eggs in one basket. Because realistically, once they accuse somebody else, all their attorney has to go into the courtroom is bringing all the evidence that they tried to say had to deal with why. I'd call every single person onto the stand that they called to the stand in the YNW Melly case and basically ask them questions alluding to how strongly did the prosecution believe YNW Melly was the killer. And they're going to be like, well, they believed it was 100%. And then I'm just going to be, at the end of everything, I'm just going to be like, yo, look. They believe that YNW Melly 100% did it a couple of months ago. Now they think my client 100% did it. Who's next? And make sure I say, after you guys say not innocent to my client, pardon me, not guilty for my client, who they going to accuse next? It might be one of you. Were you in Florida at this period of time? It seems like they just got a hat and they pulling names out. I will say this, though. Them losing in court, because they haven't necessarily lost in court, it was a push. But if they get another push or if they lose in court, they might not ever be able to convict him. They should have did what I said they should have did. Do y'all remember what I said they should have did in the beginning of the case when it started falling apart? Do y'all remember what I said they should have did? Anybody in the chat remember what I said they should have did? The prosecution. Anybody remember what I said the prosecution should have did as soon as they started losing the case badly? I was like, man, they're not going to recover from this. Anybody remember what I said they should have did? No, I didn't say they should have offered him anything. I didn't say they should have offered him anything. Why would he accept anything if the prosecution's getting their ass whooped in court? That don't make sense. I'm just explaining why I wouldn't have said that. I'm not insulting. If you feel insulted, my apologies. Does anybody remember what I said they should have did? Do you think he was an expert witness away from a not guilty? No. I think he just couldn't get a not guilty because those three people was just not going to give him a not guilty. The alleged three people was just not going to do it. Remember, you got 9 people saying not guilty. You got 3 people saying guilty. Don't forget that part. So you had 9 people saying not guilty. You had 3 people saying, you had 9 people saying, you had 9 people saying not guilty. You had 3 people saying guilty. I think the 3 people that were saying guilty, they just was not going to change. That's just what it was. They just wasn't going to change. I think a question should be taken: were those 3 people, were the government trying to rig the trial? Tori Mosey said Beanie Siegel said he using AI on his next album to sound like his old voice, but with the right lyrics. I'm cool with that. Could we get DOC to do the same thing? Imagine if this technology existed in 1990s when DOC lost his voice. I'm here for that. Give me 1 second, real back. You know what? I have to have great reflexes because I think I'm clumsy. I think I'm clumsy, fam. I think that's why my reflexes are so good. I'm always having to catch shit and stop myself from breaking things and everything. I think that's why my reflexes is excellent. I think I'm clumsy. You could have, should have just seen what happened. Anyway, that would have been good. We missed tons of DOC music due to the accident. Yeah. But I always thought that DOC accident was a setup because they wanted him to stay being their writer and they didn't want him to break out and be their own artist. The music industry was different back in the day. I don't even want to explain it. Don't forget how many artists that are great writers always somehow end up in a car accident. Same thing happened to Kanye. And where did Kanye have the damage to? His jaw, his neck, and all that. Where did DLC have the damage to? His neck. So you don't never know. Copy? I'm not saying that anything weird happened. I'm just saying coincidences. Anyway. DLC wrote music for a lot of people, but all of them wrote for each other, with all due respect. Anyway, YNW Melly. So why isn't anybody asking if the government tried to rig the damn trial? And that's how come the 3 people wouldn't bid. Maybe that's why the 3 people wouldn't bid. Maybe the 3 people wouldn't bid because the government tried to rig the trial. Y'all act like the government don't be rigging trials, man. Did you see how terrible those people? Did you see how terrible those prosecutors were? Their prosecutors were terrible, fam. It's like they didn't know how to do their job, fam. How many cases do you think they should legitimately be winning? This is just being fair, fam. That was some of the worst. I can't remember seeing worse lawyering from a prosecutor. We all saw that with our own eyes. That person was terrible. How did they even get 3 votes? I'm here, I'm listening. How did they even get 3 votes? We got 66 people in the room. Hit that like button so we can send out some notifications, please. How did they even get 3 votes? We saw what she was doing. She was terrible. She was terrible, fam. Legitimately, I'm not even saying I could have did better. Legitimately, there's probably people in this chat right here that could have went out there and did better. What up, Giovanni? He said they had everything they needed to convict something off. What you mean? You mean someone else, or I don't know? Rewrite that, Giovanni. How you doing this morning, my brother? Salute. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything is going well with you and yours. We need those like buttons here. I don't know what you're trying to say, Giovanni. Please rewrite that. I really do want to know what you're trying to say. It sounds like that's interesting. What do you think about the Obama chef drowning? I don't really think nothing about it. But Obama chef drowns around the same time that Michelle Obama mother passes away. I don't know when Michelle Obama mother passes away. Could somebody check that out for me? She was in front of her husband acting up. Her husband is the bailiff. Oh, that's right. She was terrible. She was terrible. She's one of those people that I don't want. She was terrible. She was just terrible. She was just terrible. She's the reason why niggas get put in jail that ain't did no crimes. She was terrible. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, if you're enjoying any aspect of the show, pull up to the Cash App, Super Chat, and or PayPal. Or I never do this. I should be doing this though. Or you could pull up to our merch store and cop your merch. Shout out to Must Have Kia. Must Have Kia? With the $5 drop. Definitely appreciate you. No comment. Clint Eastwood eyes. Go cop your BBN merch. Our merch store is in the description. Today we actually have a piece of merch pinned. We have one of our Bronx camo hoodies pinned. You could go get your allegedly. All of these pieces of merch I'm showing y'all also. It comes in t-shirts, sweaters, and various other items. You can go get some of merch from our merch shop. This is the We Are Culture shirt. As you can see, I like this particular one. I got it in t-shirt and hoodie. We have many designs. These, or you could go cop your Frost. This is my basketball shirt. I play basketball in this right now. Or you could go cop your Frost. Merch is in our shop. Go down there, pull up. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be something you like. Go check it out and see what it is. After live with y'all see who I gotta live with. That's what the husband was saying. Go cop your merch from our merch shop. Link is in the bio. Link is in the description. And we just literally have a store also pinned to our account. I was looking for one of the green team shirts. Boom, got one. Or you could go cop one of your green team shirts. All of you green team members, go cop one of your green team shirts. We got the BBN Network on the back of this one. Go cop one of your green team shirts. All right, with that being said, let's get back to the show. Yeah, no, they only had 3 people that were voting for conviction, fam. I don't even I think they, okay, so they can't put him in the vehicle and they don't have the weapon. I don't even know how they plan on getting a conviction without having eyewitnesses and whatnot. So they're just trying too hard right now, fam. I think what they should have did, for everybody that don't remember what I said previously, I'm gonna remind y'all. When they first started losing the case, I said they should have it dismissed without prejudice. If you have it dismissed without prejudice, that means that you could retry them later. If I'm wrong about that, put it in the chat. I spilled fucking coffee on my screen. I said they should have had the charges dismissed without prejudice. Two things that does though. That also makes him free. So if they have the charges dismissed without evidence, they have to let him go. So that might be something they also don't want to do. But they was getting killed in court. I said, yo, they should have had these charges dismissed without prejudice so they can get their shit together. Remember, they've been putting this case off multiple, there's been other times that the case was actually, that the trial was supposed to start, and they had to put it off. And the reason why they had to put the trial off in the first place was because the witnesses wouldn't help. So they had people who were supposed to be witnesses who all decided that they was going to not be witnesses no more. They didn't want to be witnesses anymore. And so once you don't have your witnesses, they should have went to the judge. They should have said, yo, look, we would like to have the charges dismissed without prejudice because we want to try to hold them responsible later, you know, after we get our ducks in a row. So that's what they should have did. But they, you know, they weren't, I don't know. That's what they should have did. That would have been the smart move. We don't have them. Our people that were putting him at the location, they're not helping no more. All of this evidence is going to dust. That evidence is going. They freaking Thanos snapping all of our evidence away. Mr. Jackson said the state did a good job, but the evidence is failing them. It's not the state, it's the evidence. Okay, so I'm going to further explain this. I'm going to re-explain this. You do not have to agree with me, but I'm going to re-explain this. Why don't they have the evidence? They don't have the evidence because of the way that they handled the case. That's one. Two, for everybody that thinks that I'm the only one that thinks this, literally all of the media agencies agree with me. So for the people who don't agree with me, that's fine. You do not have to agree with me. CNN agrees with me. Fox News agrees with me. CBS, just name a news agency. They all agree with me, just so we can be clear. But you don't have to. You could believe whatever you want. I'm not telling you to agree with me. But actual lawyers agree with me. How do I know? They was on CNN and all the other programs. So people who actually deal in law have the same position that I have on this particular matter. So now after saying that, I'm going to say where I think their big issue started. And their issue started because the mother and the daughter is not going to testify. Once the mother and the daughter said that they was not going to testify, that means that they can't put him at the location. Once they can't put him at the location, they already don't have the gun. How are you going to get a conviction, fam? This ain't the 1950s and the 1960s and 70s and 80s when people were just convicting motherfuckers because they was black. That's not happening anymore. When people was convicting people because they didn't speak English, because they were Spanish speaking or foreigner, that's not happening no more. The defense didn't do anything, fam. What did the defense do other than be quiet and let the prosecution fuck up? Put it in the chat. Tell me one thing the defense did that you thought was such a great move. I'm not trying to be a dick. Tell me one thing the defense did. I think the best thing the defense did was not ask questions to some of the people that went up there. They didn't ask questions. They just We don't have no questions, Your Honor. Or they ask one question and let it go. I think that's the best thing that the defense did. I think that that was one of their smarter strategies. They let the prosecution implode and didn't get involved. So you just don't want to give, you just want to say everything else other than the prosecution did a bad job, even though every single person knows the prosecution did a bad job. Not a problem. Okay, man. Whatever, man. I'm gonna move on. Prosecution did the best job anybody could ever do. This was just the best defense I've ever seen any person ever do in the history of law. I'm gonna move on, fam. I don't want to have this conversation because when I explain the reason why the things that you're saying aren't correct, it's going to make it sound like I'm insulting you. And I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to say you right about everything. And I'm going to move on. All right, so... You know what? You're right about everything. I'm going to move on. Because there's no way for me to say what I'm going to say without being insulting. It's just literally no way. Maybe somebody else can, but I can't. So I'm just not going to even address it no further. Because I don't want to insult nobody. I want to have a good morning also. Anyway, I'm sorry. I can't stop thinking about jokes. Okay. Let me go see what somebody else said. Innocent until proven guilty. They hold them for torture and mentally for years. I think that is an argument that the defense could make to have him released. He hasn't been convicted of any crime. It was a mistrial. They haven't been able to convict him. They can't put my client at the place. They can't. They don't even have the weapon. We believe that they're just trying to use their the legal system, and they're trying to use the judicial system in order to punish my client because they might not like his music. They might not like because he's a rapper. They might not like because they believe he's a gang member, and they're just trying to abuse my client. I'm not going back and forth, fam. Like, there's literally factual evidence that I could prove for you to say wrong. I don't need to take a poll. You don't get it. You want to know why they couldn't see the vehicle? You want to know why they couldn't see a vehicle? You know how rare it is for a judge to take a jury to go to a crime scene? Do you understand how rare that is? People that watch television think it's normal. But do you know how rare that is for a judge to take a fucking jury to go to a crime scene? Objecting to that is nothing. They might have not objected to that, and the judge still said no. So, on top of that, the reason why they wanted to bring them to the crime scene was so they could circumvent something else that the judge said. So the judge didn't want to have his own ruling circumvented. So why would he allow for them to... Do you understand what I mean by, I'm sorry, but I don't be trying to... But they want me to have conversations that don't make sense. And they want me to... I'll be repeating shit that I done said for the last 2 weeks. Over and over and over and over and over again. Because one person don't get it. And then people are going to say I repeat myself all the time. When in reality, I just consistently have somebody come in that's trying to tell me something and they don't know what they're talking about this specific thing. Judge, okay, you're right. You're just 100% right about everything that you're saying. I'm just going to move on and talk about something else. Because at this point, I don't even want to do the live no more. You're making me not want to do the live, man. Oh. So I'm just, everything that you're saying is right. How about that? Every single thing that you're saying is right. Fucking leave. Anyway, fucking leave. Sometimes you just. Any regard. I'm gonna say something. When people do what he's trying to do right there, that's usually when I start making jokes. And then they get sensitive. And they say I'm insulting them. Because you annoying me right now. So I don't see no reason why I shouldn't say funny shit about you. Because you're just being annoying. You're trying to make your opinion a fact. And then you're trying to make me agree with your opinion. We're not doing none of that. Good morning. Yeah, we're not doing none of that. Your opinion is not a fact. Judges rarely ever allow for the jury to go to a crime scene. It's rare. It barely ever happens. But you think this one time the judge was gonna do it, and he only didn't do it because there was an objection. Not because it's just something that they generally don't do. In any regard. Is there anything else y'all want to talk about? When people do this shit, I don't even want to talk about the subject no more. Anything else y'all want to talk about? I mean, I'll talk about this if I ain't got no choice. But anything else y'all want to talk about? Anything else y'all want to talk about, man? Put it in the chat. We got 73 people in the room. Hit that like button. She look like this chick I follow online. It's not the chick I follow online. That chick live in like Florida or some shit. I mean, not Florida. She live in some, I think Massachusetts or something. She look like this chick I follow online. All right, what you want to talk about, Tools? Just whatever else. I would like to change the subject for you. I would like to change the subject for a minute, if possible. We got anything else up for conversation? Some of this shit don't make sense, man. Y'all really think every jury is running out and going to the crime scene? Like, you think that's normal? You think that's a regular thing that happens? Jaylen Brown, $300 million contract. Blame it on the players' union. There's no reason in the world why Jaylen Brown deserves the largest contract in the NBA right now. Just there's no reason. Blame it on the collective bargaining agreement and blame it on the CBA. That's actually the downfall of the NBA. But the reason why these leagues are structured like this is because the owners would never pay. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the owners have to kind of be forced to pay, or they'll still have you out there playing the NBA during the fucking NBA season, and in the off season you got to go get a second job. They'll still have you like that, fam. So I don't think he deserves the money, but that's progress. You understand? Jaylen Brown can't even go left, fam. They gave the dude the richest contract in the NBA that can't go left. He can't go left. They shut him down by guarding his right hand. I'm at the park playing playing against some dude. He can't go left, so I just guard his right hand. He gives the ball up every time I step to him because he know he can't go left, and I'm just only guarding his right hand. He can't go left. He don't got no moves going left. He can't go do shit if you send him left. They gave this guy a $300 million contract, or they was gonna have to lose him. I would have let him go. I would have let him go. That's me, though. I don't think Jaylen Brown has what it takes to lead a team, so I wouldn't give him the fucking highest contract. That don't make sense. And then you have a dude on your team that's better than him, Jason Tatum. So what the fuck? And what you're saying, when Jason Tatum contract come up, we gonna give him money too? I hear what you're saying, but no, that's not the combination that they think it is. I don't think Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown is a great combination together. I'm just sorry. I just don't think so. I just don't think they're a great combination. That's just my opinion. But they had to give him the contract because that's progress. It's like when I try to tell everybody, do y'all remember, I know y'all probably do, Aaron Rodriguez, do y'all remember when he got the contract from the Rangers? So basically what happened was the Rangers offered him the most money ever in baseball at that time. It was the biggest contract, I believe, in the history of sports at that time, or at least in the history of American sports. So what happened was he didn't want to sign with the Rangers no more. He wanted to go play somewhere else. But the CBA, the Players Association, said that he had to sign the contract because if he didn't, then that means that since he's the best player in the league, or since he's the standard bearer, or whatever the case is, what that means is that when everybody else in the league go to sign their contracts, they're going to have to sign for a lower amount because he didn't push the number up. So they needed for him to sign at that high rate because how the saying go? A flowing tide raises all ships, or some shit like that. So a rising tide raises all ships. Fucking out of here. Whatever the fuck that bug is. So they needed for him to sign. So this might be the same situation. They need for Jaylen Brown to sign the big ass contract so other people in the NBA can now get so that the rising tide raises all ships, however that saying goes. Yeah, it's a saying, however the saying goes. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Let's say our word for the day real quick is James verse 1, lines 22 to 24. That's what I got here. It says, but be careful to do what God says in his message. Do not listen to it. Do not make that mistake. You must obey God's message. Do not be like a man who quickly looks at his face in the mirror. That man looks at himself, but then he goes away. He immediately forgets what he is really like. I'm going to read it again. But be careful to do what God says in his message. Do not only listen to it. Do not only make that mistake. You must obey God's message. Do not be like a man who quickly looks at his mirror in the face. That man looks at himself, but then he goes away. He immediately forgets what he is really like. Amen. So basically, hearing God's message don't mean nothing if you ain't putting it into application. Because by putting it into application, that becomes of who you are. But if you're just hearing the message and you're just seeing the message, but you're not actively doing the message, you're not being a part of the message. Let's try to be a part of the message. And the only way we could be a part of the message is if we're actively participating in the message. If we're allowing for the message to change who we are, instead of looking for the message to change the rest of the world. Anyway, let's get back to what we're talking about. Got 71 people in the room. Hit that like button. I'm about to go walk past a whole bunch of people who, when I walk past them, they're going to talk about how much they hate me. I walk past them. I'm not going to forget, man, that dude had a dirty-ass wife beater standing in the damn store door trying to badmouth me. Homie, you came outside with a dirty wife beater on, fam. I don't care what I'm doing in my life. You got on a dirty wife beater. Outside. I wonder what you wear when you in the crib. You don't come outside with a dirty wife beater on, fam. There's no telling what's happening inside of that house. Fucking mosquito, fam. And I want to kill him. Got him. Let's get back to the other conversation real quick. So, and I want to be clear about this. I don't want to be I don't want to be a dick. I don't want to send this the wrong way. But I want to be clear about this. I want you to have a real good understanding of this. The defense team was winning. They allegedly had 9 for not guilty, 9 for not guilty, 3 for guilty. The defense team was winning. If you look at all of the pundits that spoke about this particular case, literally all they did was talk about all of the errors that the prosecution made. It's not hard to find online, fam. It'll take 2 seconds. If you go look up YNW Melly and go look at and see what CBS, NBC, or any of those publications were speaking about, they're all talking about how the prosecution messed the case up. Universally. Universally. I got a question. Do you think that they should have a different prosecutor take up the next case, do the retrial? And if so, do you think that that's going to actually hurt them with the new jurists? I'm curious. Like, do you think the new jurists would be like, well, why wasn't the old prosecutor here? Or do you think that the new jurists, or do you think the defense is going to be able to point out how the new trial, they have a different prosecutorial team, which is crazy, because just so we could be clear, whoever the prosecutors are, they supposed to have been working on this case for quite some time now. For them to have pulled up in court and have been so horribly terrible, so greatly terrible, I guess. They was immensely terrible. They had all of the terribleness with them when they went to court. For them to have been so bad, so terrible and so bad, and they have been working on this case for how many years now? And they were just terrible. They were bad. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that it's gonna hurt? Do you think it's gonna hurt the case if they have to change prosecutors? We got 69 people in the room. Hit that like button. Let's send out some notifications. Let's get up to 100 and something today. It's still early. We wasn't supposed to go live until like 9, so a lot of y'all not up yet. But we still got 70 people in the room, 69 people in the room, and we came on early, so we should reach about 100 and something today. So what do y'all think about that? I'm curious. Like, if you was a juror and you heard that it's a mistrial, and not only is it a mistrial, but now they're using different attorneys for the prosecution, like, would you think that there was something going? How would you feel about that? I'm curious. How would you guys feel about that? Like, would you feel a way about that? Would that be cool? Would it be like, you don't care? get the other thing so I can charge this the other way. Give me 1 second. Put it in the chat. I want to know what you guys think. This doesn't charge it, but it allows for it to lose power slowly. So that's what we're going with. Yeah, come to Seagate on August 1st and do all of those things. We're going to have a whole bunch of police here. I would love to point you out so they could immediately just arrest you right on the spot. You don't even know how that's a crime yet. You don't even know how that's a crime yet. Nah, please pull up on August 1st and do the thing that you want to do, which is illegal to me. And then I'm going to immediately have the police lock you up right at that moment on that. You don't even know how it's illegal. So I'm going to immediately have the police lock you up. Please pull up. I hope you pull up. Or send that dude that told me that he got molested. There's some dude that told me he got molested, and he also said his mother knows. But I know his mother. I don't think he got molested. That's the guy that's running around here. They got a dude that's running around my neighborhood trying to badmouth me and try to make me look bad. The same dude told me that he got molested as a child and his mother knows. I know the guy's mother. I don't believe she know he got molested. But I do know him, and I do think that there's a good chance that he might have got molested. Yeah, he gonna pull up to a whole police event to come do illegal activity. Please do. I know his mother. I don't think he got molested, but I know his mother. I don't think she knew. But I know him, and I've seen his behavior and the way he carries on. And he comes across like a person who got molested. I'm just keeping it a stat. How you doing? Good morning. But I know the dude's mother. She's a nice lady as far as I can tell. Nice person. And only been nice and polite to me. And seems like, God-fearing. Yeah, so he running around my neighborhood trying to tell people to hate on me and do all these other weirdo ass things. But he really, I'm not even gonna go into it, but you know what I'm saying? Shout out, pull up. That's it. Pull up. I don't know what to tell you. We gonna have a whole bunch of police here, and we gonna most likely have some politicians here who would love to, while you're getting arrested, do some sound bites. Matter of fact, that's going to help you get convicted even more. We're going to have some politicians here. Pull up. Just need one of those motherfuckers to decide they're going to want to try to use you to get an election. That's it. Yo, there's a thing going on. Yada, yada. We got to stop these people. Just need one of them to decide that shit. You go to jail for a good 3 or 5 or some shit. Yeah, some little nigga. He out here trying to tell people, try to make everybody in my neighborhood hate me. But, you've been molested, fam. So I understand why you hate me. You understand? He a short dude like this tall. I understand why you hate me. I walk around, mind my business. Don't get involved with nobody. I understand why you hate me. You been molested. You think your mother knows. I understand why you hate me. What else we talking about? Put it in the chat. Yeah, I'm pointing that motherfucker. If I see the dude, even if he's not doing it, I'm pointing him out to the police. That's my plan. You could do what you want with it. I'm a whole citizen, and you busy harassing me every day of my life, which is illegal, by the way. So yeah, I have no care about what happens to you. You live, die, go to jail, be free. I have no care about what happens to you. I'm not wishing anything on anybody. I just don't care. No, they didn't. The cops in the library said that they didn't. I approached them motherfuckers. I walked right up to dude. They was like they didn't file nothing. But if they did, I would have. I was taking my video and immediately having them guys get screwed. Immediately, I ain't playing with it. Yo, look, I need for y'all to understand this. It's important for us to have good police. It's not important for us to have police. It's important for us to have good police. There's going to be good police. There's going to be bad police. That's just what it is. There's going to be good teachers, bad teachers. Good electricians, bad electricians. That's just what it is. All right? So I'm not looking at every police officer trying to say I hate you. And I'm not looking at every police officer saying you're doing a great job. I'm going to hold people accountable for their individual efforts, man. No, I never got touched, fam. Never. Also, I didn't say that he looked like he got touched. I said he told me that he did, and I believe him. See the difference between what me and you said? See the difference? One is an opinion. The other one is me just literally believing what a person told me. Also, I don't even think he's supposed to be inside of Seagate. So by me just letting the police know he's in here, I don't think he's supposed to be in here. I think he's I think he's not supposed to be in here, to be honest with you. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, what we talking about? Put it in the chat. Dude, I keep trying to tell you, most of the people that I have problems with is literally gay, fam. Most of the people I have problems with is literally gay. They just go to everybody else and try to convince everybody else to dislike me. Most of the people I have problems with are literally gay, fam. And most of them are men. You put the shit together however you want. I think these niggas is in love with me. That's why they won't leave me alone. That's what I think it is. I've never had anybody be obsessed with me like this ever in my life. I know woman I ever dated, no nobody. I've never had anybody be obsessed with me like this. Never. I've been stalked before by females, but never in my life have I ever had anybody obsessed with me like this. This is just new, fam. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I've never had. Usually when It's people that are bad people. I could just go somewhere else and avoid them. But I'm on social media now, so I can't just go nowhere and avoid people. They follow me around. You understand? So I've never had this. I've never had this. Just so we could be clear. I've never had this. Also, anybody that doesn't want to be my friend, I'm cool with that. So all of the people who are laughing at me, why would I care? I literally don't even ever want to talk to anybody. Why would I care? I literally sometimes don't do lives. The main reason why we don't do lives at night no more is because I don't like talking to people. So I don't even want to talk to people. Why do I care if children dislike me? What y'all want to talk about? What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Also, the people that hate me are here. So if y'all want to pull up to the Cash App right now, be the perfect opportunity. All $5 drops right now is hater drops. Just because. What do y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. It's still early. We got titles up. Anything in the actual title y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. What else y'all want to discuss? We're already an hour and 48 minutes into the show, so we've discussed every topic. If y'all want to bring a topic back, not a problem. Put it in the chat. Morning. So I just make friends with the people who don't speak English. That's it. Literally, that's it. I just make friends with the people who don't speak English. I guess the mistake that y'all making is that I need people to like me. I don't need people to like me. As long as people leave me alone, I'm fine. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. As soon as our other battery charges up a little bit more, we're going to go on a little walk. And it'd be dope to get one of those guys arrested, because then we'd probably be able to prosecute all of them. Because you know they've been talking back and forth in DMs and how they're going to try to get me to take my own life and everything else. So if I could get one of those guys in trouble and have the courts look at one of those guys, I might be able to get all of them niggas locked up. I only need them to catch one of those guys. My landlord, everybody. I probably want to get everybody. Only need to catch one of them because they all in cahoots. So I only need to catch one of them. That's it. If we can catch one of them, we could ruin all of their lives. Only need to catch one because y'all all been talking back and forth. Y'all should already know any kind of communications that y'all made over the phone is gonna be able to be found. There's nothing you can do about it. They keep those records for like 7, 8 years. Some people keep those records for 10 years. Well, I only need to catch one of y'all. Just one. And if any of y'all actually made money off of trying to do this shit to me, if y'all could be seen as a criminal organization, then that's still a RICO charge. I don't know if that can make it that far. I think that's probably a stretch. But you don't never know what could be done, man. Brooklyn Rose says, Giants just signed Andrew Thomas to a huge extension and was not willing to give Saquon. Okay, so what position does Andrew Thomas play? What position does Andrew Thomas plays tackle. What position does Saquon Barkley play? What position in NFL basically has the shortest lifespan? She cute. What position in the NFL, I think she married though. What position in the NFL has the shortest lifespan? What position in the NFL probably has the most money wasted on it because these particular people get their bag and then after they get signed, then they get injured or they can't play no more or they're not productive anymore? It's the running back. So you know what a franchise tag does? A franchise tag, I believe, makes it so that you're paid the medium, the mean of whatever the top 3 players at that position is making. So I don't know what the top 3 players at the running back position is making, but he's basically making an average of that, I believe. They try to keep, this is the problem with being a running back. I keep trying to tell people, don't raise your kids to be a running back. Raise your kids to play almost any other position, not running back. The reason being is that the NFL purposely tries to keep the money that running backs get low because the average running back's life career in football is short, and they have the most opportunities to be injured. Every play that a running back, at the end of every play that a running back is a part of, there's a damn near tackle. You could throw a ball to a wide receiver and it gets overthrown. He don't get hit on that play. A wide receiver could be out on the field freaking for 40 plays and only get 3 balls thrown in his direction and maybe only get hit twice. A running back is going to get hit how many times in the course of a game? Let's say the running back carries the ball 20 times. You know how many times they're going to get hit? The wear and tear. And then how about those times that you got the running back and there's no actual quarterback. Your quarterback ain't shit. So now you got to run the ball 30 times in this game, 40 times in this game. You're killing your running back. So they don't want to pay running backs. They want the salary, the salaries that running backs make to stay low, because you're going to make more bad investments with running backs than you're going to make good investments. So I don't know if I want them to pay Saquon what he wants, because wasn't Saquon injured like a year ago? So what happened if you give Saquon all the money he wants, and then the next thing you know, he gets injured in 7 months, and now he's out for 15 months? Now you're going to have a whole bunch of fans that's going to be pissed off because our money is tied up in a player who can't help us win. So just don't make your sons running backs. Screw the running back position, fam. If your son's athletic, make him a wide receiver or something, fam. A tight end. Anything except for a running back, man. Running backs is just, you're not going to get paid. And besides not getting paid, it's just so much wear and tear. And then also remember, on plays that running back don't run the ball, they usually expect to block. Linemen and linebackers, the hardest hitting people on the team most of the time, or catch a freaking safety. They got to block safeties, linebackers, and linemen, and they're running backs. Just be mindful. I think when people actually played football, I played football in Pop Warner. It was a long time ago. But I think when people actually played football, you have a more of an understanding of how easy it is to get injured playing football. Like, it's really easy, fam. I was our third or fourth quarterback. Basically, I was a quarterback that we used in practice more than anything else. I didn't take quarterback during the game, but during practice, I was quarterback because I knew all the plays. I'm smart. So, I remember one time we had a practice, right? And coach didn't show up because he was upset because we lost the last game. So it was just us players at the practice. It wasn't even all of us players because some of the players knew the coach wasn't going to show up and they didn't show up. So we're at practice, and as usual, I'm doing what I do. I'm running the quarterback position. I completed a couple of passes, which was dope because, to be perfectly honest with you, our quarterbacks weren't good at complete passes. So the literal fact that in practice I would complete passes and our actual quarterbacks usually threw the ball away and couldn't complete a pass, I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, I mean, there was a lot of favoritism, but it's okay. There was a lot of people that was on the team in previous years, and they was just replaying their position. So that's what it was, and I'm not angry. I'm not upset. It's cool. In any regard. In any regard. Simple play. I'm going to move the camera some so y'all can see me. Simple play. Back up. I got my offensive line here. I had just threw a freaking bomb to my cousin. Shout out to Just a Minute. Shout out to Jam. I just threw a bomb to him. He was tight end. And not only did he catch the bomb, but he caught the bomb on my homies. You know, we don't on the same team, we all homies. So I go back behind the center. We call a play. What play did I call? I forget what play I called. I think I called because the play that we got the big chunk on, it was 1-1-1. Basically, I called a 1-1-1. I called for all of our wideouts, our two wideouts, our slot receiver and our wideout, and our tight end to go straight out. Like, so you basically run out, you run in the pattern, boom, you running out, you taking off, hand up in the air. So that's basically the what I call, right? So I go back and I got max protection. So that's basically what I call. So I go back and I got max protection. I never said that I was worshiping Satan. Y'all taking what I'm saying out of context. Whoever believes you after you took what I said out of context, there's nothing I can do about that. What I said is that my life is so bad and everything was happening at that time. It's like the only way my life could get better is if I did worship Satan. And just so we could be clear, a lot of people turn to Satan and their lives actually do get better. I didn't turn to Satan. And the proof of that is, how much better did my life get? My life has not gotten better. It's actually gotten worse. In any regard. I'm not talking about that. So you can have people hearing whatever they want to hear. But that's not what I said. You took what I said out of context on purpose. And some people believe you. But those people that are turning on me, God means for them to turn on me. That's the part you don't get. God means for the people to turn on me to turn on me. That's the part you don't get. in any regard. And so you can put whatever you want up, fam. I just want to say something real quick, and I'm sorry, I'm going to stay on the chat. For all the evil that y'all did to me, for all the evil that you continue to do to me, and I'm still here. At this point, God isn't testing you. God knows what your heart is. God understands how evil you are. At this point, God is testing the people who you're talking to. God is testing the individuals who you're going to and trying to just help them to destroy my life. God is testing them. He might not even be testing me in this moment. He's testing them. He's testing the people that you're going to try to get them to dislike me on whether they're going to dislike me or not. He's testing them. He already knows your heart, you're evil. There's no getting past that. He already knows my heart. I'm trying to avoid the situation, and I'm trying not to do anything back to you negative. I'm using God's energy. He already knows my heart. He knows your heart. You've been stalking me for how long? He's testing the hearts of these people that you're going to trying to get them to hate me. He's testing them. This is their test. This isn't your test. You already going where you going, homie. You probably can't even repent at this part. I'm going to say something real quick about God and about the Bible. This is my beliefs. There's a point where it's a waste of time for you to repent, because your heart has been turned so much in a direction that you repenting don't mean anything. It's not real. How many old people do you think that been evil people their whole life and decide to get on their deathbed and say, I want to take Jesus as my Lord and Savior? How many of them do you think God listened to? So you want to do evil 99% of your life, and in 1 point of your life, 1% of your cognizant life of where you are making your own decisions as an adult, for that 1% of time you want to turn yourself over to Jesus. You do know that when you turn yourself over to Jesus, it's not you saying you turning yourself over to Jesus, it's the acts. It's the acts that go behind the words. It's the actions behind the words. So every time you're out here trying to do evil to a person, you're giving your life over to Satan. Literally. Every time you're out here doing good and stamping God's name on it, you're giving your life to Jesus and God. Every time you out here trying to do evil to people, you're giving your life to Satan. So the people that are joining in on whatever you are doing, those are Satan's people. They're not for me. Those are Satan's people, fam. I'm not going to be upset because people that love Satan or people that got satanic mannerisms don't like me. They're not supposed to like me. What the fuck? Also, do you know how evil it is to follow a person around and constantly try to tell people that they made a mistake? That's literally evil and literally something that they said don't do in the Bible. It's different if something comes up and you're talking about it. But to literally follow a person around to try to get everybody to hate them, and they're not doing nothing, they're just trying to live. Thank you for bringing those other people to hell with you. That makes more room for the people I'm trying to save. Now, with that being said, you not believing in God don't mean he ain't real either. So you could also just not believe in him. That don't got shit to do with me, fam. Yo, y'all want to go on a walk? We got 74 people in the room. Y'all want to go on a walk? What y'all want to do? Put it in the chat. We could go for a little walk. What y'all want to do? Put it in the chat. I'm gonna go outside. That shit don't even make sense. I don't even go outside. There's a dude I used to say what's up to. The nigga I said what's up to him the other day, he didn't say nothing back to me. I'm never gonna talk to that guy again, and I'm fine with it. Like, like I've seen him like 2 times after that, and I just kept walking. Like, I'm never gonna talk to that guy again, and I'm fine with it. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. We got 78 people in the room. I'm gonna assume there's at least 2 of y'all in here who don't dislike me. Is there anything that y'all 2 guys want to talk about? Nah, they all watch this show. People in the area watch this show. And why would I care if he heard me or not? I don't understand. Before I kick you, artwork, why would I care if he heard me or not? Before I kick you. You see me talk in public and talk on my phone. When do you hear me whispering about anything? So I don't know who you're trying to portray me to be, but when have you ever heard me whisper about anything, fam? What are you talking about? I'm gonna give you another opportunity to answer that before I kick you. And why would you think he was on Mermaid, by the way? Just because I'm curious. Why would you think he was on Mermaid? Is that where you people are going and lying to people about going and trying to ruin my reputation at on Mermaid? No, he saw me. He looked at me. He saw me. I'm not going to kick you. I thought you were saying something. My apologies. Nah, he saw me. And it's fine. I'm telling you that he saw me, and you tell him I'm kicking you. I'm telling you he saw me, and you still telling me he didn't see me. Anyway, the bastard football thing. So I hiked the ball. Boom. They call it zero blitz. All right. So a zero blitz is basically when they come through the middle of the line. That's a zero blitz. So, okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm gonna show you what a zero blitz is real quick. 2 seconds. Yeah, the dude is trying to tell me the guy didn't see me. How the fuck are you telling I'm dead? Like, why people always trying to freaking gaslight me, fam? Like, this shit just pissed me off that people are always trying to gaslight me. Like, why is everybody always trying to gaslight me? All right, hold on. I'm going to draw this up real quick so I could explain what a zero blitz is. X, 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 X. Offensive line, O, 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 O. A tight end. I always do tight end on this side, so I'm assuming the tight end was there. All right, so this is center, tackle, tackle. Oh, center, guard, guard, tackle, tackle. Tight end, quarterback. We was in an I formation. 9 times out of 10, I had my white out on this side, and 9 times out of 10, we had our flanker or a slot receiver on this side. So these are linebackers. We usually ran a 3-4. We ran a 3-4, right? We ran a 3-4. We ran a 3-4, but we also ran a 3-4. But I'm gonna put up a 4-3, just because, right? All right. So this is a zero blitz basically. So this is me. I'm at the quarterback, right? So I drop back, right? This is a zero blitz. They blitzed here like this. Basically, in football, I'm just going to draw the defensive side real quick so you can understand. This is tight end. This is center, guard, tackle, right? So a zero blitz comes through here. This is where the zero blitz come through. You blitzing straight into the quarterback's face. All right? So let's say if I knew they was doing a zero blitz, I would have probably did some kind of bootleg of some kind, because that'll help. A bootleg would be me stepping back, faking a handoff up the middle to the running back, and then swinging out here to maybe throw it to the wideout over here, or maybe I got this guy crossing up, or whatever the case is, whatever that is going on. But basically, a zero blitz comes straight down the middle. So what happened is they called a zero blitz because I was having too much time back there. I was doing running plays also, but I was having too much time to throw the ball. That's how come, I threw a couple of bombs. So they called a zero blitz on me. So what ends up happening is this. I want y'all to see. I'm not going to actually get on the floor, so you're not going to see from that level. But this is what ends up happening. What ends up happening is this. I'm standing back there and boom. I take the snap. Bomb. I step back. Step. By the time I get right here, that's 2 steps, man. By the time I get 2 steps, they're all the way through the line. All the way through the line. They pushed over my center, the fucking guards, my 2 backs that I had. I don't think I had max protection. So I think only my fullback stepped up the block, and my running back ran out to one of the sides, because it ran out to one of the sides. I'm not sure, right here. So I stepped back. They're over on me. They're overwhelmed on me. I turn like this. They're overwhelmed on me. I go to turn back like this, and I go to throw the ball, and they all fall on top of me, and I twist my ankle. So it's easy to get injured in football, fam. So as far as that goes, running backs get injured more than anybody else. So I don't know if they should just give Saquon all the money that he wants. Yeah, and not for nothing, I don't hate the dude I'm not going to talk to no more. I don't have no real issue with him. You understand? I don't have no real issue. It's just, no, I don't have to talk to you no more. So that means that I save time in my day. Every time I walk past you and I don't have to stop to say what's up, I'm saving time. I'm being productive. Every time I walk past this guy and I don't stop to say hi. Every time I see this guy and I don't stop and have a conversation, I'm being more productive. So that's the way I'm looking at it personally. I'm not mad at the guy, but now I don't got to say hi to you. All right, we're gonna go for a walk. Yeah, now I don't gotta say hi to the guy. So I'm not mad at the guy, nothing. I don't, I'm not upset at him. Like I'm not upset at the dude with the dirty tank top that was talking crazy. I'm not upset at that guy neither. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not upset at these guys. Blitz through the A gap, basically. But they sent everyone. You understand? They sent everyone. They had man coverage, and they sent everyone. They sent everyone. Dead up the middle. Man coverage. They sent everyone. I don't even know if they had man coverage, to be honest with you. I think they sent... I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, they sent everyone. Like it was just they sent everyone because we was killing them, and I'm not even the first string quarterback, and I'm like the fourth string. Nigga, I was only quarterbacking in practice, fam. I didn't quarterbacking not near game, fam. I was only quarterbacking in practice, and that's only because I knew all of the plays. At least that's the only reason why I think I was quarterback. And I had a decent arm. I knew all the plays. I was smart, fam. When you smart, you get extra. There's just certain things in life that make people know that they could trust you doing shit. And so sometimes other people just don't like you for that. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't had no problem with nobody on the team. No, it was all love. Not for nothing, but one of the main reasons why I think that I'm actually good at basketball is because I didn't. There's a couple of things I don't want to say. What up, Darkwing? We got Darkwing in the crib. There's a couple of things I don't want to say, but there's a couple of reasons why I'm good at fucking basketball, and one of the reasons is football. Learning how to draw up plays on football, run plays on football, shit like that. That just allowed for me to understand basketball better. Remember, I started playing football before I played basketball. So one of the reasons why I understand football the way that I do, basketball the way that I do is spacing and everything, because I'm usually looking at it from the football perspective. So I even used to play like a football player when like way too much physicality and all that other shit. And I was small. So, still played that way. In any regard, we're going to just go for a walk. Yeah, so. Don't know. Shout out to Saquon. What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Shout out to Saquon. My brother actually knows his family. And at one point or another had asked me, did I want to get a interview with him? But it was right before he got drafted to the Giants, was when I had the opportunity. But I think I was told that his family had preferred that he don't do no interviews or like that or talk to nobody for whatever the reason is. But my brother said he knew them. I don't know if my brother knew him personally or just knew. Sometimes you have people, like I might have people in my family that's going around telling people, yo, man, yeah, Jack Frost, he's in my family and shit. And I ain't speak to these niggas in 20 years. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't speak to these mofos in years. And they running around telling everybody I'm their relative. You understand what I'm saying? So that could have been what the case was also. I don't personally know. Let me plug this phone in. Before the battery get too much lower. Yeah, I don't personally know shit. I don't personally know. So that's why everybody been leaving my page. Because I said that my life is so bad that I might as well fucking worship Satan, even though I don't. And obviously I don't, because I speak the Bible every single day, so I obviously don't. Satan will not have you out here working for him while at the same time telling everybody don't work for him. That's not how that works. That's literally not how that works. That's not how that works. I'm telling you, I have people that, my dude, I'm like the 6 degrees of separation guy, fam. I know most of these guys, or I know people that know most of these guys. I keep trying to tell y'all. I know most of these guys, or I know people that know most of these guys. Rappers, athletes, actors, all of these dudes. I'm a super cool motherfucker that been in a lot of rooms, fam. That's all I could tell you. I'm a super cool guy. I've been in a room with a lot of different people, and the people I be with or know been in a room with a lot of different people, fam. Think about how much shit I tell y'all before it becomes public knowledge. Just do that. Think about how much I tell y'all before it becomes public knowledge. Just do that. That part. Just that part. How much shit did I tell y'all before it becomes public knowledge? And I'm in some of the stuff I figure out, and other stuff people tell me. But how much stuff do I tell y'all about before it becomes public knowledge? That's like the main thing I'm literally known for. It's like the main thing I'm literally known for, fam. How much shit do I tell y'all before it's public knowledge? I tell y'all shit a lot. All right? I tell y'all shit a lot of shit before it's... Not only because I'm smart, because I know people. I'm smart and I know people. I don't know what to tell you. It's just what it is, fam. Most of the people that don't like me is just... They got shit with themselves, fam. I don't know what to tell you. People be making things up in their own brain and then deciding that that's why they upset at me. There's nothing I can do about that. There's zero I could do about that, fam. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. All that shit is insanity. We got 75 people in the room. Hit that like button. Let's go sit down. We got 75 people in the room. We could get to 35 likes, fam. Come on. All right, I'm outside and I'm walking. Anything y'all want to walk to particularly? Birds. Anything y'all want to walk to particularly? It's like the second day in a row that a freaking bird, the second or third day in a row that a bird almost flew dead into my face, fam. I mean, that one was a little further away than they usually are, but the other day, bird, like, you see, remember the other day when the bird almost hit me in the back of the head? Like, why the fuck are they flying so close to me? Almost got hit in the back of the head the other day. This is a store right here. Nigga was in front of this store. Nigga was in the doorway with a dirty ass wife beater, yelling shit at me, fam. Niggas is weirdos. I don't go to this store though. I don't go to this store. That's one of the reasons why I don't go to the store though. I don't know the people that own the store. I don't have no issue with them. Because every time I go in the store, weirdos got some shit going on with me, so I don't go to the store. Come on, man. Yeah, I don't know the people that own the store. I don't know those guys. I mean, if I knew the people that own the store, I know them. That's a better way to put it, all right? I don't know the people that own the fucking store. I know that there's always some weirdos in there that every time I go in there, they want to harass me. So I don't go to the store. I walk to the store that's like 4 blocks away. Pardon me. I don't want to deal with it. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all. If somebody telling you I'm starting trouble with them, they lying. I go avoid niggas. If somebody say I did anything to them, they lying. Or it's somebody else pretending to be me. It ain't me, fam. What's up, my brother? Chilling. Yeah, it ain't me. It ain't me, fam. I avoid all bullshit, and I don't care how I look. I'm trying to get into heaven. Other niggas is trying to get into good graces with human beings. We not on the same page. We ain't into the same things. I'm trying to get into heaven. Motherfuckers is trying to be cool with the douchebag that lives across the street. You trying to impress human beings, fam. Me and you is on a different level. What else y'all want to talk about? We just bullshitting at this point. We've been live for almost 3 hours, fam. What we talking about? Who buying me breakfast? What we getting for breakfast this morning? Do I get an option? Like, if I throw some things out there that we could get for breakfast, could we come to a consensus on one of them? What we doing, fam? Are we walking around doing stuff? Because if I was sure that we could walk around and do stuff, we'd be walking around and doing more things. I just don't really know if we're gonna be able to walk around and do stuff. Sheesh. Put it in the chat what y'all want to talk about. Yeah, I don't care, man. And by the way, I've been like that my whole life. Like, if I walk past somebody and they ignore me or they act like they don't know me, I just don't talk to them no more. I'm not even mad. Like, I'm not upset. I remember coming outside and thinking to myself, shit, there's so many people outside. I'm going to have to say hi to a lot because I know everybody in my old neighborhood. And I'm going to have to say hi to so many people. I'd be like, fuck it, I'm staying inside. I don't feel it's going to take me 20 minutes to go to the fucking store for some shit I really don't even want in the first place. Fuck it, I'm staying inside. I don't feel like being social. So fuck it. You gonna convince other people to not want to be social with me? Go for it. Morning, my brother. Go for it. I literally wear my headphones into the supermarket so no one can talk to me. You want to convince more people to not talk to me? Let's go. The fuck I care, fam. Put it in the chat. What we talking about? We got 78 people in the room. Hit that like button to send out some notifications. We live on the page with the most hated YouTube content creator. I'm the most hated. There's nobody on YouTube more hated than me. And if you say a name, it's not true. Because I promise you, that person that you say got more hate than me got more support than me. So they don't really got more hate than me. I'm the most hated person on YouTube, fam. And it ain't close. What's up? What y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. We got 83 people in here. What y'all want to talk about? We've been in here live for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So the fact that I'm not talking directly about the topic don't mean anything. We've been in here live 2.5 hours. You can't expect me to be talking about the topic the whole entire time for 2 and 3 hours. That's crazy. There's not that much to say about any topic. Not for one person. Maybe if I had somebody in here I was having a whole conversation with, we could discuss shit. Maybe that way. So what else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Somebody mentioned Obama's dude passing away. His chef, or whatever the case is. Hasn't there been other people that was associated with the Obama camp that recently passed away also? Or am I wrong? Aren't there other people that's associated with the Obama camp that recently passed away? Like the last couple of years? Or am I wrong? I might be wrong, but I think that there was. I don't think this is the first. I think it was like some other mysterious shit that happened. Right? 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 I think so. I'm not 100% sure. But I don't think this is like the first situation where some weirdo shit happened. Cheat code, kick a person from your channel and get hate. Yeah, that happens, man. That 100% happens. Yeah, but people be doing their own shit to get kicked. The shit is crazy. I don't know how to explain it. Tori Mosley says, you went from 50 to 80 in the live. Viewers, people love watching you interact with your surroundings. If people love me interacting with my surroundings, I think they will pull up to the Cash App more often. Because I literally say we will go out and do more things if we had more support. So I don't think that's the case. It might be the case, but I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. What else y'all want to talk about? Hit the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. What else y'all want to talk about? I'm just kicking people right and left. Y'all just can't see it. But I'm just kicking people right and left. Y'all can't see it. Or I don't know if y'all can see it. Because after I kick a person, they comments aren't on the page anymore. So I don't know if y'all can see it. But I'm just kicking people right and left, man. Anything else y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. I'm not getting off the live because we on the live. But if there's anything else y'all want to talk about, put it in the chat. Let's have a discussion. I doubt very much that we got 72 people in here. Maybe 10 or 15 people were here to see something positive happen. Maybe. I don't know. Might be less. Nice garden. Animation Invisible series. I don't understand what you're talking about. LeBron gonna have to stay quiet about the jab affecting his son because of the NBA. Well, we don't know if it was directly the jab. Remember, okay, so I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna put this out here for y'all that don't get it. You know there is a rumor. I do not know if this rumor is true. There is a rumor that what actually happened to Sharif O'Neal. I'm gonna let the truck pass. So there's a rumor that what actually happened to Sharif O'Neal is, and the shit went away dumb quick. I don't know who else heard about it. They were taking he was taking some kind of supplement of some kind. It was like some kind of, I don't know if it was a jab, a pill, or whatever the fuck. But allegedly, Sharif O'Neal was taking some kind of hormone therapy that was allowing for him to grow tall and shit like that. Now, there was a belief. I'm going to go into another person real quick, just so we can be clear. There was a belief that Greg Oden also had at one point or another had been taking the same hormone therapy, and that's the reason why Greg Oden used to look so old. Remember, Greg Oden was in fucking college looking like he was like damn near 40 years old. I can't see anything in the DMs at this moment. So text me what it is so I can at least know what you sent me. Text me what it is. So I'm gonna stand in the shade. I'm gonna let this guy walk past me. So there was a belief that Greg Oden had been taking some kind of supplements or something like growth hormones, pardon me, or something along those lines. Remember, Greg Oden looked dumb old, and he was supposed to be, looked like he was 30-something years old when he was in college. There's a couple of other people that those rumors were out there about also. So, I'm saying all this to say, I always thought that Bronny looks older than LeBron James looked when he was that age. Is that fair? I want you to go look. Oh, the animation show called Invincible. I saw the first season. If I had Prime still, I would 100% be watching that. That show's off the hook. Go watch it. Invincible. I believe it's on Amazon Prime. It's incredible. The USC athletes must take the jab. Their players just took it before off-season workouts started. See, that's the shit that's killing me. These people are still making these individuals take the jab after the actual scientist has come out and said that the jab don't do nothing. The scientist literally came out damn near about a year ago, could have been more than a year ago, and said that the jab doesn't do what they say that it do. Now I want y'all to pay attention to the people that still want y'all to get the jab. It's not the Republicans, it's the Democrats. The Democrats still want you to get the jab. The president is still talking about getting the jab, and the individuals who literally made the jab have come out and said that the jab doesn't do anything for C19. They literally said that, fam. But the Democrats still want you to get the jab. Y'all still believe the Democrats is your friends. I have no idea why. I'm not even capping. I literally have no idea why. Morning. I'm never capping, by the way, just so we can be clear. But I have no idea why people keep treating the Democrats like they're your friends. Are some Democrats your friends? Absolutely. But some Republicans are also. Anybody that's still pushing this jab, I don't trust. Let's say I made a beverage and some company bought the beverage from me and said this is the best thirst quencher ever. There's no thirst quencher better than this beverage. And then Congress or whoever come talk to me about the beverage. And I say, well, that beverage is not, it wasn't created for that. It was created for something else. Morning, my brother. I said, Joe, the beverage isn't created for that. The beverage was created for something else. But the people who are selling you the beverage is busy telling you you have this the best thirst quencher ever. Why would you believe those people? Like, why would you believe them? Explain that to me. So the Democrats wants us to keep taking the jab, while literally the people who made the jab said that that's not what it's for. So I don't know what to tell you. Anytime I hear anybody say take the jab, I don't trust them. And on top of that, y'all do know all of those face masks is fucking y'all lungs up, right? Y'all know that's fucking y'all lungs up, wearing those face masks all day, every day. They not talking about that, though. They not talking about how people's lungs are getting weaker because y'all constantly got something over the front of your fucking face that's inhibiting you from getting all of the air into your lungs that you need. They don't talk about that shit. And that's just basic science, fam. That's not even, you don't even need a scientist for that. All you need is common sense. That's it. So they've been, and also think about all of the lung problems everybody been having. So they got us walking around with shit covered. They wanted us walking around with stuff covering our face all damn day. So now we can't even breathe appropriately. Think about that for one moment.
That's right, my brother.
What's up, my brother? How you doing today?
Yo, that's what they doing. They killing us with this fucking shit in the air. All that shit they actually.
You mind talking for a minute?
Huh?
You want to talk for a minute?
I don't mind.
What's up, my brother? Let everybody know if whatever you go by. I'm on YouTube.
My name is Ike.
All right, what
The
you saying,
government
Ike?
out here is killing us every day. That stuff that they putting in the air talking about, oh, this is coming from Connecticut, all that stuff.
Canada.
Canada. We studying hell in this stuff every day. That's why you see so many of us falling out talking about a heart attack. All of this stuff is coming from what we breathing every day. And they know that. Even with the shots and everything that they done gave us, all of this stuff, it's just programmed to kill us.
Boom. Appreciate you, my brother. Give me that.
Bless my
Have a
life.
blessed day. Yeah, I'm with homeboy on that. That's the interactions that I prefer. We walk up to somebody, we talk to them for a moment, we keep it pushing. Not the whole thing where I go talk to somebody, now I gotta stand there for a fucking hour. That shit sucks. I might not want to stand there for an hour, fam. I might want to, but I might not. That's the interactions I like. Somebody has something to say, they got to their point, and we keep it pushing, we move on. Yeah, I don't know what he was drinking. I don't know what he was drinking, but I'm not here to judge him. All right? I'm not here to judge him. I'm not here to judge him. Leave that man alone. He said some good things worth saying. We're not going to now discredit him. Copy? We're not going to do that. He might have just got off work. That's your man? This nigga Darkwing knows everybody. Should I go back? Hold on, Darkwing. Let me know. I stop. Should I go back? Like, is that your man's man? Should I go back and give him dap? He a G? Let's go back and dap him up, What he know you about, Darkwing? Because you put it in the chat? If you can't put it into the chat, DM it to me real quick so I can tell him who said what's up. We ain't doing nothing. We can walk back and say what's up to the brother. He a baller and a drummer? Okay, hold on. Ike Dirty. All right, we're going to talk to him for a minute. That's probably why he knew how to control himself or handle himself or talk. Because I keep trying to tell y'all, a lot of these dudes on the internet now that y'all be going to page, they ain't never been popular, fam. They don't even know how to handle that shit. They never been loved. You understand? That's another reason why we got all this hate going on. A lot of them niggas ain't never been loved. You feel me? They ain't never had appreciation. They never knew. They don't know how it is to stand out. They don't know how it is to be different from everybody else, but you want to fit in. But the way that you different makes you a little bit, accepted. Ike?
Yes.
So somebody in my chat said they know you. They said you a drummer and a ball player, fam.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
You from the Star.
Right.
All right, let's go. All right, I just wanted to come back and shout him out. You from the Star.
One love.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Real brother. True brother. That's why we got to stay alert on what's going on out here, my brother. It's not no joke. Every day. We at war, man. And if you ain't prepared for this right about now, in the next 5 years, you ain't even going to be able to see the sky because of what they doing. This is a 5-year plan to kill us.
I want to say something. You keep talking about the sky. Now, let's look at the sky real quick. That shit ain't no clouds over there, but why it look like that?
Because of what they putting out here for us to inhale.
That's crazy. And I've been noticing this shit for quite some time now. Look at the sky. Like, there's no clouds, fam. But why don't I see a blue sky? That shit looks.
You're not gonna see it for 5
That's
years.
crazy.
You gotta get up on what's really going on. It's a program to kill us, y'all.
I can't show him a picture of you. You know Dwight?
Dwight, yeah.
Yeah, that's my homie.
Yo, tell him I said what's up. You already know. One love. One love.
Yeah. You said get his information. You from around here, right?
Nah, I'm from Bed-Stuy.
No, I mean now.
I'm working around here.
I walk through here in the morning sometime.
All
I
right,
love
anytime
that.
you come through here, you'll see me through here, my brother.
Boom, that's what it is. You the man.
All right, one.
All right. Yay, from the star. Drove Brown, 10 Crown Vic. Yeah. Dude, you have seen me walk up on mad people in real life, fam. Like, go talk and have converse with a lot of people in real life, fam. That's why I keep trying to tell y'all, stop believing them niggas. It's them people that ain't never been popular. They were bullied in school. They was never popular. Those is the niggas that's hating, fam. No nigga out here hating was popular in high school, fam. I promise you. These niggas ain't never been popular nowhere. They just been, that's why they hate. I literally complain about being popular, fam. Me and them ain't the same. Think about that for a moment. I complain about being popular. Me and them ain't the same, fam. And as you can see, it's real easy to talk to me when I'm outside, just in general, but definitely when I got my phone out and we're doing this, easy to talk to me, fam. It ain't hard. I just don't want to stand around and have a bullshit ass conversation. Just like on the show, how I don't like having bullshit conversations. I don't want to have bullshit conversations, fam. That's it. That's it. That's all. I don't want to sit around and talk about shit that don't matter. Unless we literally just doing it because we having jokes and we fun and we want to laugh. Yeah, all right, we can talk about all the shit that don't matter because we just having a good time. But when I show up on my show and I'm doing our business and I'm talking about shit that matter, I don't want to talk about it like it don't matter. Y'all niggas be wanting me to have all of these hypothetical conversations. I don't be wanting to have hypothetical conversations every single time we talking about real life matters. These niggas is losing their lives and going to jail and people are losing their kids and everything else. And y'all want me to get in some kind of hypothetical conversations all the time. That's disrespectful to the family on so many different levels, often. So I don't want to be disrespectful to the family. Might I accidentally do and or say something that might not, but I'm not going to do it on purpose. I'm not going to actively be out here like, you know what, fuck them, man. I'm going to say what I want to say because I'm an adult. Nah, man, because you're an adult, that means that you got more responsibility to do the right thing. That's literally what being an adult is, fam. Understanding responsibility and having responsibility that you're taking care of. She's having a hard time. They fuck her up. They lock her out the crib. She kicking the door and everything. But she laughing with them. Yeah, so that's all I'm saying. What up, Brooklyn? What up, Breaking News 1? Salute. Yeah, and about that, the people are telling you I'm a devil worshiper. Fam, how can I worship the devil if I come on here every single day talking God's word? So somebody took something that I said out of context? Somebody took something I said out of context. So that's what I got to deal with for the rest of my life. The fact that somebody took something I said out of context. Not that I did anything wrong. Not that I said anything wrong. But because I said a thing that some people decided to take out of context, now actual good people believe them. What am I going to do about that? There's nothing I can do about that, fam. If you believe I'm a devil worshiper, there's nothing I can do about that. But I know this much. Let's say I was worshiping the devil. Let's just say, hypothetically. You think the devil is still going to have me working for him while I'm trying to steer everybody towards God? So explain to me how that shit works. I'm steering everybody towards God, but I worship the devil. I want to know how that works. I just want to know how that's possible. So this is what I mean by people say things and the other people believe them, and the shit they saying don't even make sense. Like, it don't even make sense. What does 6PP mean? I don't know what that means. Sorry. Pardon me. Yeah, shit don't even make sense, fam. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not perfect, so I'm gonna mess up saying things as much as anybody else. So if you're looking for me to be perfect and never make no mistakes, then fuck it. I'm never gonna be able to live up to your standard. I'm not God nor Jesus. That's the standard my family holds me to. That's why I never want to speak to them guys ever again. They hold me to the standard that I have to do everything perfect. So boom. There that goes. So just so we could be clear, and I just want to be clear on this, so at least the 82 people in here know. I was in the conversation, and I said the way to how bad my life is going, the only way that my life is going to get better is if I did that. That's what I said. Period. I did not do that, and my life has also not gotten better. So I think that I was correct for saying that, because as far as of right now, it is a fact. As of right now, it's a fact. I didn't start worshiping the devil, and my life has not gotten better. So far from what I said is a literal fact. If I started worshiping the devil, my life would get better. That's a fact. That being a fact doesn't mean that that's something that I'm doing. I 100% believe that my life is never going to get better, and the only way for me to get out of this is to die. That's a fact. That's what I believe. And there's no reason for me to believe different. Anything else y'all guys want to talk about, put it in the chat. Good morning, my brother.
Good morning, good morning.
All right.
Stay hydrated too, kid.
Yes, sir. You also. That's a fact. You also. He's right. It's going to be hot and muggy. Anything else y'all want to talk about? We got anybody in here except for the people that dislike me? Like, because I know that's mostly who the people that come in here are. It's not hard to tell. Do we got anybody else in here? Because it's kind of pointless for me to go take us on a walk and ain't nobody going to be in the chat. I could have stayed in the crib and ended the live. Yeah, but they're going to flip everything that I said. It don't matter what I say. It don't matter if I don't say anything. We talking about evil people, fam. Good morning. What does Satan do? Satan takes your words and uses them against you. They're literally doing what the Bible says Satan does. So at this point, I have to just assume that this is the best anything is going to get, and it's only downhill from here. Because when people could literally do what the Bible and every single piece of theology says, every piece of theology says this. People are actively taking everything that I'm saying and making it sound like something that I'm not saying. The fact that people are agreeing and believing with this, I mean, maybe I'm at the end of my time, fam. Like, maybe this is the end. Like, I'm not, like, I'm fine with it. But maybe this is the end. Maybe this is the end for me. Why else would people constantly believe things that's not true? Maybe this is just the end, fam. Just being honest. People literally do everything to me that the Bible and every other piece of scripture says Satan does. Literally. Like, it's literally. So I don't know how to handle the shit. I don't know how to take it. Accept it as what it is. Oh. Shit, I got myself that time. Is there anything you guys want to talk about, or am I going to just be stuck in here with the people I got to keep kicking every 5 minutes? Because it's a waste of time. I might as well get ready to walk back home, fam. I might as well just get ready to walk back home, fam. Is there anything? Is it just or is there nothing? There's nothing for me to talk about. It's a community event. Okay, so the Seagate, where I currently live at Seagate, they're a community. And they try to, do stuff for the people in the community. They have events or whatever the case is. So they're basically, the Seagate police is basically doing an event with I think the Coney Island police, the NYPD in general. So I'm not 100% sure of what the event is going to be outside of. There's going to be games. There's just going to be stuff for people to just come. You spend some time with your neighbors. Just do stuff. You could buy a table out there if you want. I'm gonna have my own table. I'm gonna allow some of y'all to come to my table. I'm gonna at least one person I spoke with, I'm gonna allow to sell from my table. So you could have a table if you want. And you could come out there and you could sell your goods, whatever they are. If you got food, you could like that or whatever it is. So it's just like an event. It's like a function. You know what I'm saying? They want to put on more of these things. They actually wanted to do more over this summer, but I think that they spent some of the budget on getting some things fixed or some shit like that. So they didn't have more in the budget for more things. But apparently they want to have shit like this like every month or more. You know what I'm saying? They want it to be more frequent. So literally, if I came to them with ideas, they probably jump on board. But I'm not in a position currently to take advantage of the opportunity, as usual. If I'm ever in a position to take advantage of the opportunity, it's going to be a great thing for people that's BBN. Especially if you're a business owner. Like, if you were a person who bought advertisement on my page and you sell merch, yeah, I'll get you a spot. You come pull up and you could, you advertise on my page and you sell anything. You could come pull up into whenever we do an event and have your own table and sell directly to the customer. So that's what it's supposed to be about. It's going to be a basketball game, going to be some stuff for the kids, stuff for the people, shit like that. And before anybody be like, yo, the Caps, run. The main police that are going to be there are the Seagate police. And I know most of those guys. And most of those guys are pretty cool dudes. So don't expect there to be any kind of weirdo shit happen. But please don't come here for any problems. Because these are police. These aren't security guards. And that's why I be trying to explain to people when they talk about they got to have people come harass me where I live. These are police. These ain't security guards. You can't get shot. Oh, they got a taco truck around here. They closed? Oh, tacos. They got a taco truck. Oh, I love fucking tacos, man. They got a taco truck. But they don't got the other tacos I like. The burrito. They got the other tacos though. I like those. And they got the carne asada. I like those. Got a taco truck. I'm gonna come by here, see how much they cost. So yeah, so that's what's supposed to be going on. It's probably gonna be a pretty nice event. It's gonna be their first event, I believe, with their new organizers. That's what I'm trying to say, especially if you in New York City and you need a new spot to start selling your wares or you want to make moves, better contact me, fam. These are opportunities. What's gonna happen is somebody is gonna contact me that's gonna be bullshitting and really don't want to do it. They're gonna pretend they want to do it all the way up until it's time to do it, and then they're gonna bail on me, and then they're gonna pretend like I did something wrong, because that's usually what happens. What up? Anything else y'all want to talk about? I'm about to turn back around, head back to the crib. I'm gonna walk the way I came though. Do I need to walk any further that way? I guess we'll just walk to the end of the block and then we turn around. Walk to the end of the walk the surf and then we turn around. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. But them two dudes I was playing basketball with, I'm not trying them. I'm not trying no more. I think I tried enough to run with those guys on my team. I'm not trying no more. I'm not trying to run with them on my team. I'm not even trying. What the 3 people I was running with the other day, I'm not trying no more. Because it's a waste of time. I don't even want to play that bad, fam. Like, I don't want to play basketball that bad to have some niggas that's not as good as me freeze me out. I don't want to play basketball that bad. And the funny thing is, one of the niggas try to steal all of my moves. How you gonna try to fucking fly? How you gonna be trying to steal all of my moves, my nigga, but when I'm on the court, you don't pass me the ball? What kind of shit is that, fam? Nigga changed his whole entire game around since I moved there. Nigga don't dribble the same, he don't shoot the same, he don't do nothing the same. He switched his whole entire game since I moved here. And that motherfucker can't pass me the ball. I don't even want to play basketball. I don't even want to play with them niggas on the other team. But I will. But I don't want them. I don't hate them or nothing like that. I don't want no harm for them or nothing like that. Don't get this confused. I just don't like them, fam. Like, flat out. I just don't like them. And it's not like I don't like them as much as I don't like the way they treat me. So yeah, I don't like them. Super person. Pardon. One of my brother. We got 75 people in the room. What we doing? Hit that like button. Oh, News 12 up here today. Shout out to that shit. All right. News 12 up here today. I wonder what the fuck happened. Oh, there's another taco truck. Is that a taco truck? Nobody makes the fucking burrito, whatever however you say that shit. The tacos that you did. I want those tacos. The fuck, fam? Part of my language. I want the tacos you did. Why don't nobody make those? They must be difficult to make. It must take a long time or some shit. Another taco truck. The other one might be better though. This one sell everything. The other one only sell tacos. What else y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. I'm not talking about nothing, fam. I don't got nothing to talk about. We're about to turn around, and I'm about to go, I guess, give me some cheeseburgers or something. I don't feel like going to the supermarket today. I don't know. I went to the supermarket 2 days. Neither one of those days I got harassed. This might be the day I'm going to get harassed, so I'm not going to go to the supermarket today unless I don't have no choice. First time I came to Coney Island was for a basketball tournament, and I didn't actually come to the Coney Island place. Yeah, the taco truck was closed. It's not open yet. Second time I came to Coney Island was with Kendra. We went to Nathan's with the kids. We ate. We went to the candy shop, and then we left. I think we got on a ride though. We went over there, we got on a couple of rides, then we ate and left. Yeah, the taco truck was closed. What up to the few? They never put no water down. They just kick up all the fucking dust. They never put no water down, fam. They just kick up all the fucking dust. Why? Why don't they put fucking water down? They don't put no water down. Look, it's just dust. Why they kicking up all the fucking dust? They could put water on the floor, fam. Shout out to Tyler, the producer. Yeah, I'm pointing my camera at me. Why do people think you filming them, fam? I'm pointing my camera at me. People always think you filming them like they super important. Like, what the fuck, fam? You really think people just walking around filming you? Don't know the date. I don't know the date of the trial. They're gonna try him again, obviously. I'm pretty sure they just don't. Okay, so I think at this point, yes, it is. I think at this point, if they even try somebody else, that it's gonna almost be impossible because they put too much of their fucking eggs in one basket. You understand? So I don't know if they can try anybody else for this one. Two, I don't even know if somebody else did it. Like, so I'm not saying anybody else did it. I don't know if he did it. I don't know if anybody else did it. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that I don't know if they can get him. I don't know if they had 10 years if they could get him. I just don't know if they can get him for this. It doesn't look favorable, with all due respect. I don't know if this is something they could get him for. What about this case makes you think that, okay, what about this case makes you think that they could pull this off the second time when they couldn't pull it off the first time? What makes you think they're gonna pull it off the second time, fam? They don't have no new evidence. They don't have no new nothing. What makes you think they're gonna pull it off the second time? There's no reason to believe that. So no, I don't know when it's gonna be. I don't see how anything is gonna change. Are they gonna use a different prosecutor? Are they gonna use a different strategy? I think they would need to do both. I don't know if they're gonna come up with a different outcome though. Be honest with you. I mean, let's look at it as what it is. They still gotta figure out a way to put him at the location, and they don't have no murder weapon. You know how hard it is to convict somebody with no murder weapon? It's hard to convict a person with no murder weapon. So they have no murder weapon, and they can't even put him at the scene. So I don't know how this is going to turn out differently. There are witnesses that they needed to testify. I'm assuming they're still not testifying. So I don't know how this is going to turn out any differently. I don't know how it's going to be any other than what it already is. I think the reason why they set the retrial so quickly is to encourage the judge to not give any bail. Because imagine if they wait all the way till their time's almost up. The defense might be able to argue that they even know they don't have a case. You understand? But due to the fact that they tried to do it so quickly, that lends to the idea that they just probably figured they fucked up. But they actually do have a case. The phone puts the phone at the scene. The phone doesn't put him at the scene. The phone puts the phone at the scene. The witnesses put him at the scene. But the witnesses are not testifying to what they told the police. The phone only puts the phone at the scene. Okay, so you're just not listening to nothing that I'm saying? So I don't know how we're supposed to have this conversation if you're not listening to what I'm saying. So I don't know how we're supposed to have this conversation. So I need for you to explain how we're supposed to have a conversation if I'm saying things and I'm responding to the things you're saying, but when I say a thing, you don't hear it. I don't know how we're supposed to have a conversation, just to be fair. Tori Mosley said, Kevin Durant just said, everybody does weed in the NBA, and that Adam Silver smelled it on them at the meeting with Durant and didn't care. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't care. The NBA would rather have a weed problem than a coke problem, fam, I promise you. And just so I could be clear, Tyler, the producer, keeps saying that the phone puts him at the location. And literally during the trial, we literally saw that the prosecution couldn't put him with his phone. Like, so this is what I mean by people argue their opinions against facts. And because I say the fact, they say I don't respect their opinion. So I don't know. So none of this makes any sense to me. So I'm supposed to accept his opinion that since his phone was there, that means that he was there. I'm supposed to accept that. I'm not getting mad. I don't even know why you're saying I'm getting mad. This is frustrating. It's frustrating for me to be telling you a thing that actually happened and you argue your opinion against a thing that actually happened. That's frustrating. I'm not angry. I just constantly have to argue facts against people's opinions. And that shit is frustrating. It's constantly people telling me their opinion, and I'm trying to tell them facts, and then they're explaining to me why their fact is more, why their opinion weighs more than an actual fact. Of course he has more than one phone. All artists have more than one phone. All social media people in general have more than one phone. Whether it's, and it might not even be connected to the internet, but you got more than one phone. But, you know, all of that obvious common sense doesn't matter when I'm talking. Common sense don't matter when I'm talking. Common sense only matters when it don't work in my favor. When common sense works in my favor, people want to ignore it. When common sense works for me, then we got to ignore common sense. Only opinions matter. Facts don't matter. Common sense don't matter. Only opinions. And how you gonna tell me never mind? Like, are you telling me never mind because you're saying something that's factually incorrect? I'm saying something that's factually correct. So now you just want to say never mind. I don't know how to do this, man. Like, this shit don't make sense. How y'all ask me a question and I give you the answer and you argue the answer with me? Why would you ask me the question? I'm not answering questions from anybody that does that to me anymore. From now on, whenever y'all come in here and ask me a question and you argue me after I give you an answer, then I'm not answering no more anything that y'all say. That's it. That's it. That's how we gonna do that. I think that you're just in here to start trouble, but that's literally what the haters tell people to do. I think this everything, whatever your name is, I think you're just in here to start trouble. But that's literally what the haters tell anybody that support the channel to do. Whenever anybody support the channel, they go harass them or they contact them and tell them to come to the channel to do all of the things that's gonna make me frustrated. And then after it makes me frustrated, they say, see, you shouldn't support his channel. So that's what I go through. I told you there's only one way for this shit to be over for me. Now, I don't believe in that keep your friends close and your enemies closer. I don't believe in none of that. Nothing at all. If I was rich, I probably would never talk to nobody. And I'm keeping it a stack. I probably would never talk to nobody. If I was rich, I probably never talk to nobody. Whatever it is that got me rich, I'll just do that. I'll probably never talk to nobody. I'll probably never come outside. Never. Unless I had no choice. I would probably never come outside. Like literally never come outside. Unless I had no choice. I literally only want money so I could avoid people. If I had my shit together, then I could have just avoid all the people I need to avoid. I don't never got to go around them. I never got to be nowhere near them. I never got to. So that's why I want to do well, so I could just avoid people. Maybe I only have one person in my life. I mean, that'd be one more person than I probably got now, but I'm fine with that. I'm fine with 0 people in my life. If me having 0 people in my life, I don't have people trying to fuck me over, I'm cool. I would prefer that. I'd rather never speak to another person a day in my life than have to deal with haters. I prefer that. Period. That's why I just stopped talking to motherfuckers. Be honest with you. That's why I just don't talk to people. As soon as you do the thing that make me think that there's gonna always be a problem, I never talk to you again. Yes, I heard Embiid may come to the Knicks. I don't know how I feel about that. No, I'm not saying because I'm rich, and I'm not saying because if I didn't have to pay bills, if I didn't have to come outside to do my business, I would never speak to no one. Because the way that I see it, people only want to argue with me, and I never want to argue. So I would just never talk to nobody. Just being honest. Morning. All right. Yeah. Not that I think I'm better than nobody, because I don't think that. All right. Not that I think I'm better than anybody, because I don't think that. But good morning. How you doing today? Could I get 2 Whopper Juniors? Everything on them, no bacon. I want cheese. Give me 1 second. Be right back. Not you.